I'd say Guild going to get started very quickly.
Okay.
Roden actually finds one. How? I'm not entirely sure. Takas as well.
Yeah, okay, let's kind of take this as it goes, 'cause this was a very fast kind of all-in hit, and it's not really done much to dissuade Sting plays coming out so far. I think this is kind of wrapped up early on, unless something like that happens. Draken apparently somehow finds two, and I don't understand how that got so close, but it did. But DFuse regardless win it. The first frag that came in was wild. The equalizer from Draken was very well positioned to catch it, but maybe a mistake or two to even allow it to get that far. But let's watch this back, because that was kind of a, you know, blink and miss it. So this is Draken kind of equating things back all even. Draken, look, sharp with the pistol. We'll say that every day of the week. But even then, just the fact that Roden got the first so quickly, and it just felt like it missed a bit of that punch to the sight take, right? The Guild's approach was fine, but it didn't quite have the teeth to it. All bark and no bite.
As now we can see Guild now do what I guess we would expect to see them do pretty much every buy round, which is a lot of mid focus. They're going to leave Safe to kind of control that A flank. Try and close the distance a little bit if they want to make the most of these. Well, I say make the most of these weapons, or put these weapons to use. Obviously, no investment on the side except for the Sheriff of Draken. That's what I mean. Guild, they're happy to just sit there. And again, another thing really on some of their save rounds, we've criticized them for not even really getting themselves into a position to make a hit, to even pressure.
No, I'm very much with you on that. I can see what you're saying. I think a lot of us have kind of been waiting to see what the evolution of that approach is. If they can actually refine it a little, maybe make some work with it happen.
Look
And,
at it
yeah, and you're right. You've got 35 seconds, Spike re-aggressing towards middle. And no information on middle. And now things are gonna get a little bit weird, because Roden's gonna get everything. Absolutely everything. Finally goes down to Yassine. 20 seconds, Spike still in mid. Yeah, you might be able to get another. No, you don't. Takas is there. And Draken, he can't crack through main. There's no way in. It's intent we look for. Now, of course, I don't always expect people to convert these rounds. They were working with pistols. But if it's okay, we want to cost them some weaponry, maybe we can catch a late lurk middle. But by the time they got to middle, there was no one there, so they check towards mailroom, and they lose 3 for it. I want to see a bit more intent behind it. Just I'd like to see the theory to their approach.
Left.
Oh, yeah, I mean, because this is 20 seconds left on the clock here, and Roden's done fantastically, but again, there's just no pressure through the mid round at all. Walk back to garage, walk back to mid. At that point, it's in so much time. Taka's actually going to hear the cage drop behind him, so again, no surprises. Exactly the same setup once again from Guild. They're going to try and walk mid as 3 here. Safe now, going to drift away from A main. Actually, DFuse look to shut this down. 3 players going to get spotted on the spy cam here, and straight away I'm liking the adjustment. Guild are now going to prioritize ropes and try and get in behind this setup from DFuse on A.
This isn't bad at all. Quite a nice approach, but Poppy wins that fight. You're seeing with a really important trade, that means at least the Spike's recoverable, back to hand. Safe needs to win his, and he does, even doubles down. Excellent work from Safe, and look, we can question a lot with Guild, but I will never doubt Safe's ability to clutch out some of these rounds. We have some very clutch players in this. You can look at the entirety of DFuse and go, wow, we've seen Logan, Roden, Takas, all of these players having their moments to clutch out, but then Safe is just an equalizer. Now, as this stands, this should be a comfortable round win for Guild. They do have the better buy. This is the bonus for DFuse. Unable to convert so far. They went for, you know, a little bit of a kind of an interesting approach. They triple stack towards A, try to maybe make a quick play, trying to maybe account for a little more than they would if they held traditional positions. Unable to get anything really for it. They did find, I think, Bonka, but that was about it.
Now we're going to see, obviously, decent purchase on both sides. Tak has already got himself onto the operator. The thing, and again, I'm loving the switch up. Takas obviously flexing onto the jet for split in particular. Always fantastic to see. Actually, this is a kind of a good counter to this slow walk mid, right? There's not an awful lot of utility invested on the side of Guild. They kind of just look to get some control. Oh, okay. Taka's nearly actually getting full punished there. They could be eat my words.
Oh no. If you're going to play these slower approaches, you're meant to be holding the extremities well. Leo losing that is a bit of a problem, because now they've lost a bit of the second portion to the hit. Now in we go. Now here comes the problem. Having a killjoy, you're going to get checked on. Akuma does fine Yassine. The trade comes out with the ultimate, but Logan now puts himself in the prime position. He has to double check, and he didn't see any instant pressure from Heaven, so he can hold for a second. He does have Jet quite close by. That's not the end of the world. Takas is still near enough by to support this. Rockin's trying to exploit a little bit of pressure, but I'm looking towards what Bonkar does here. They've got no idea towards A. They've not worked this yet, and Logan is purely positioned to catch the cross from Heaven. This does mean they forego much control towards B, and now with that gone, he is now vulnerable. He has to make his value noted towards Heaven, maybe try and catch that spike. Here comes the flash. Oh, but Takas, the timing in support is absolutely paramount. Now safe. He's an incredibly clutch player, but these numbers are very unfavorable, and that spike is just in the wolf's den. Logan immovable, and this is just a shutdown.
Setup just so good. So good. And again, you know, Takas in that position with the operator of all things to bail Logan out. Liking what I'm seeing so far. The one thing with DFuse, right? I mean, we've talked about the clutch rounds and everything. If they can just fix a few of their mistakes and actually come out with like a higher, you know, win rate on rounds, they don't have to rely on those clutches, right? And actually seeing the structure get built behind that. I mean, we always talk about the fundamentals and teams kind of looking better in a default setup. DFuse, actually, more and more recently, we're seeing a lot more variance, particularly on the defensive side. And I love to see that.
Similar approach. Leo a little bit more passive this time towards B-Halls, but that's a big pick for Draken. Finding Roden could create space. Now, you start to be able to read the rotations a little better. You found the mid player. Now, they might actually hold here. This would be a decent time to maybe play a little bit passive, because you can burn some of that utility away from DFuse. Already Akuma has to invest a little bit of his, but he's actually going to check on that. That's very bold and aggressively, and he even gets a second isolated. A little too much space on the trade, and Akuma gets away for free. And now suddenly all that work that Draken did earlier has been evened.
We'll have to hit the brakes a little bit. Yeah, lots of time to play with still, and we keep looking back to that, but that's always the concern with Guild. Let the round kind of run away from them. Again, DFuse happy to sit very, very deep. Logan all the way behind Shed.
Logan. Oh, here we go. The control, the flash. They were stunned up. He's still alive. He's going to try and play his life here. Buy time for rotations. You can see Akuma. Oh, Logan! What?
What?
Inhuman work from Logan. Just spins around, just feels the pressure mounting, and it's such a good read.
That was beautiful. That was actually beautiful. Again, Logan able to run the clock down. That Rolling Thunder gets sent through. And then, yes, they can't convert any kills off it, but it forces them all the way back. And right there, safe. I mean, the Nano Swarm being popped at the right time. Akuma can swing in with the flash. This is absolutely beautiful here. And that's even considering Logan had a little bit of a whiff there onto Draken.
Yeah, it wasn't clean. It definitely took him a second or two. That was just dirty, wasn't it? Oh, 4-1, DFuse. Now, the thing is, right, okay, Guild keep trying to do this kind of mid to B crunch, like late crunch towards B, and that's fine. But you got to get past Logan, and now Takas this time posted up. He's going to go for a peek. Now, the scary thing is frenzies. They can overwhelm. Pistols can kind of smother Ops, but he's going to back away. Gets away without having to burn any of that utility either. This is good. The readjust, though. Lost a couple by Pillar, and now flashed up. He's in trouble, as is Logan. Maybe leaving a little too much space, a little bit too much room to be worked with for Guild, but no, Akuma puts his life on the line for it. And once again, Guild struggle to make this count. Safe, though. That's big. Tries to make more. No, Logan sprays through that smoke. There's no access to be found here in Draken. There was a moment of mayhem that maybe they could have made something from. But that slipped away from them. The spike now down just beyond the entrance too. And Takas's vision is just trained on that line.
One v 4 to do some damage if at all possible. But again, DFuse just poised. They're even watching the spawn flank. Either side. It's actually Oppie who's holding this mid angle. Oh, he just looks away, but pick it up once again now that he's noted. It'll be really, really difficult for Draken to isolate any of these kills and do any
30
damage.
seconds left.
He's trying it. Maybe someone gets a bit aggressive. He could try, if he could take that up away from Takas, that'd be lovely. But look at this angle already. Takas removing the map away from Draken, just taking it away from under his feet. And I want to highlight that, Hypok. There were moments where there was like a very high tempo hit. You could see Logan was a little in trouble there, a little bit, you know, pushed to the back against the wall. You had Takas trying to back away, play safe. But Akuma just comes in and just plays bailout on it.
Yeah, I mean, able to just sit back and, I guess, keep composure, right? Right there, Logan, another scenario where he's able to just play his life and wait out that rotation coming through. It's Akuma that bails them out time around. Logan and Rodent, I keep saying their names together, man. Like every single time. Why do they always have to have their ultimates up? Both of them.
Now, something... Are you seeing this aggression as well towards B lobby again? That B main push. I like it. Kind of off the back of Takas taking a pretty decent line for Akuma. But surely Leo wins this. Oh.
Surely. Surely. But this is the thing, right? And with this kind of 1-3-1 setup, your scene's going to get picked up as well. If that kill happens, it's literally for nothing. Like... I mean, Guild having that one player there is literally for nothing. Now, I mean, just one by one, if he's just able to pick apart this default from Guild, Bonkar and Draken. Cover going out. Takas is going to creep as he's going to get this close angle here.
Just takes the wind out of you. Takas not allowing any step here, and Bonkar. Position was noted earlier. There's nothing. There is nothing to be found. Guild have just been met by a wall of force. DFuse started off with a pretty, I'd say, standard enough approach. It was pretty standard. Now they're flexing on them. The push towards, you know, B lobby, the push up there. Fantastic. We've seen it in a couple of different forms as well. And Leo's normally a name that I'm saying with a lot of praise. He's 0-6 right now. He is losing that fight more often than not. He is not winning that presence at all, and I'm sure that's frustrating as hell, because he's normally such a huge impact for this team.
And this is the thing now, if Guild actually overcompensate for kind of adjusting towards this garage presence that DFuse have shown, it leaves the gap elsewhere. Now, whether or not we see DFuse then try and exploit another hole that's created by them just showing presence in a few rounds now, Takas finding a couple of kills. This time around, again, can't read too much into it. A scrappy purchase for Guild. Bonkar still got the Rolling Thunder safe on the neural theft. Leo one away from revive. And again, Showstopper and Lockdown still available for DFuse should they need it here. But 6-1 the scoreline already. DFuse making all the right noises early on split.
Let's watch it again. How do they deal with this mid take? It's been consistent from Guild. It's something that DFuse have seemingly Akuma? You going for this fight right now? This is so bold.
I love it.
Against pistols as well. They're going to burst through that smoke, though. That's such a sick adjustment on Bonkar. Leo does at least trade it out now, getting the feel of the game himself. But now Heaven has been lost. They need to keep a track on this. Draken's gone free, and he's got a bit of presence, but there's still utility up there. You can see that Killjoy ain't that fussed. They've got utility in the right place.
Leo has res. Leo has res if... Okay, DFuse not actually going to challenge back into mid here. So yeah, that's still on the cards for Guild. They want to get another one back on their feet. And now Rodent finding Yasina makes it a little more difficult whether or not Guild want to invest it here, because it's only him and Draken left. I feel like if it was going to come through, it should have come through pretty much instantly when they got mid control.
I'm with you. Because now the timing's so offset. Look at the slow lurk from Takas.
Oh, Takas.
Oh dear. And Draken's going to be in mid as well. He's going to see him. Just misses. And now Takas actually sticking around and fighting is wild. He can dip back away. 30 seconds left, and it looks like Draken wants this fight with the spike. Oh, this is messy stuff. Draken saw an opportunity, but Leo was nowhere near him. Rez not invested. It looks like they've accepted their fate, but still a fight being put up by Leo, but merely a trade for Hoppy. And DFuse are making it look too easy.
Yeah. Just wasn't pretty. Again, DFuse happy to give up this mid control. I guess anticipating that that's exactly what Guild are going to do. And they're able to just aggress on the right side every single time. Every single time.
Well, here comes the question. How do you recover from this? Because it seems...
Well, I mean, I'll be honest, Guild need to just hit one side or the other. They need to... They're not converting this mid presence. It's not getting them entry into Mail, and they're not coming through ropes. Takas now, again, third different peak, in the early round. That's going to find him a kill once again. Can't punish the res, but at least it drags it out. Leo has to get it up here. This is their buy round. They want to get their second round on the board.
Okay, now can they catch the aggression coming in? Logan this time going. He catches Bongo behind, sees the second!
No way.
He doubles down and he gets away. That's daylight robbery in action. Logan just found 2, and that's lost so much potency from this hit. It's down to a 2 in mid, and there was that late lurk from Leo coming around with that spike, but B's on lockdown. Go somewhere else.
A little bit split on the side of A. You have Akuma just holding out spawn exit of heaven.
Give me a corpse.
Oh. Kick. Sorry, I love it. Every single time.
Sure, Guild feel just as happy as you are in that moment. You know? Joyous times. And finally, we have a little look towards A. Now, Akuma's read this pretty well.
I love the passive hold. This is beautiful.
You want to clear this, guys? Okay, well, you give me a fight. Now, okay, red alert. They're over here. That's fine. 15 seconds. Hoppy's still alive. He can just dip into his own smoke. Sees Omen, takes down Drak, and Akuma's right there. He's found safe already. Leo did take down Hoppy, but a 7-second spike plant, and it's only Leo alive. Oh, he's actually taking the fight. GG, no re, boys. This is defuse all day.
Yeah, Guild just look absolutely shook right now. And right there, that adjustment is something we talked about earlier. These late round hits, Diffuse, I think right there are reading into that. They're reading into Guild trying to play that game. They know that they're going to slow creep through and try and clear one side or the other. And Akuma just set up like he's just playing close contact, right? If they want to clear deep into the spawn, then he gets a fight, like you said. Otherwise, it's 15 seconds, and the Rolling Thunder perfectly placed pretty much shuts that down. Guild actually making big moves on A. The first time we've actually seen them switch it up. This could be big,
actually. We haven't seen this yet, and actually Draken finding success towards middle is massive. That's going to catch the... How did that find not a single player? I do not know. Yacine just gets sprayed away at. Rodin there. Not being subtle, he doesn't want to be. But there's still control towards middle. Draken now not spotted. It's going to relay information. And they're going to go, hey, Logan, get ready. There's no one left here. You've got that mid peak coming out from Takas, relaying that Draken has gone elsewhere. Draken trying to creep out here, but he will be giving away the game. Here we go. Suddenly, red alert rings. Logan now comes online, falls away. Waits for his team. Look at this play. Just because, hey, they lost enough of mid control and Draken's positioning to have to pay respect to it. So he's got the sight for that.
Guild will slow down a little bit. Actually, Safe managed to slip his way in behind. This is a massive lurk here. Again, might be caught off on the timing here. The lockdown's invested, and he's not going to catch this flank through to Garage. Guild have to be careful. Leo gets absolutely skinned alive by Takas. He gets the second as well. Bonkar fools Draken. Finally answers back, but there's one more to deal with. Hoppy perfectly timed there.
Safe, go clutch is the call. And now the 1v1 Hoppy up against it. 24 HP, the ultimate invested. He needs to go on this.
Oh, he's got it.
He's
not planted for
him. Oh no! You know where he is! What are you doing?
No!
Safe? No way!
Standing.
Dude, Diffuse are just like... I use the term slippery.
Yeah, they are.
The other week. It's just stuff like this. It's... Just watching it again makes it even worse.
You had to check that.
You have to. You absolutely have to.
It happens too often now to not. Even just like a shoulder peek. I know that you're creating a chance for that 1v1 to come around, but you have to give it at least the respect to check. Otherwise, that's just happened to you. They're confident. They are confident for days. Safe now, yet he'll bullish his way through one, but now you're going to have ultimates popped in. This Logan's still alive. You're seeing clears one side of it, but he gets just get smashed apart. Logan doubles down for 2. Guild are trying everything, and so little of it is working.
Takas and Hoppy remain as they're actually going to hit the rotate here. They get themselves free access to A site. Safe down on 1 HP. Gotta catch that heal at some point. Actually, this could be terrible. I mean, if Hoppy and Takas can slip through here, because yeah, I'm guessing Safe's going to try and play this safe, and I hate that. But he's going to try and catch this heal. We'll get it just there. He did peek through. Yeah, so we'll pick that up now. So Takas and Hoppy do need to find themselves a 2v1 and fast. That spike is ticking away.
Needs to be presented easily because they're both playing on this cubby and there is that complementary position from Leo. If they make it past the first two, Leo should shut this down, and even Safe now realizing the timing. Oh, the whiff! The whiff's terrible, but still, this should be wrapped up. Unless Hoppy can just somehow magically make it through Leo, it will be him to save this one. He'll get a second now.
Last round before the switch.
I don't know, man.
Just a daunting scoreline. Especially, I mean, again, I like a few of the things that Guild do try on defense here on Split, but I'm kind of with Lothar. They're kind of like, they're comfort plays, right? They're momentum. They're when you're 2-3 rounds ahead and towards the back end of the game, where you can make plays like that, where it's almost seemingly, unexpected, right? It's the element of surprise. Now with Guild, they have to claw back this deficit. Yeah, it's difficult.
Yeah, Takas, perfect start.
Takas.
Logan getting aggressive. They're doing everything right. If you want to watch how to play a damn good half, this is the perfect instruction as to how to do so. Everything Guild is trying to do is being met by a perfect answer. Either DFuse have spent a lot of time watching the previous games and being prepared, which I actually feel is the case here. They seem exceedingly prepared, and the crossfire's there. They do break through it. So now they finally get a good step towards the side. They hesitate. Okay, enough to get the res back up. Now that buys a little bit of time for Rodin. Ball comes in. This is all kind of time indicators here. This will keep Jet a little further back. Takas can't lean into this instantaneously. A little bit of attack comes in, and Rodin finds Draken. Vulnerability and no spike plant. That's now a 2v2, and Hoppy trying to play it around quietly, but Takas playing on the smoke for his life here. No one's walked through. Now they know some of these post-plant positions.
I hope he's still, I was going to say still has the paranoia. He's actually going to invest it to clear out hell. Difficult here. It really leans onto Takas to find a kill, to be honest with you. The operator, the crutch, so to say. And the retake, he's actually creeping. He's going to get... Oh, no, the timing. Bonkar finds it. Hoppy will actually respond. Bonkar will fall, so Leo finds himself on a 1v1. Will swing out early, cleans it up. Guild will post their third.
Switching sides.
Takas was so ready for that as well. The smoke goes down on main. He has to swing out in front of it. Unfortunately, just drops out of his scope at the wrong time.
9-3. I don't know how you recover from this, just the way these rounds have been going. If you seem so well prepared. I don't know. Maybe things switch up on this half, but then I pull into account, I'd say, on at least the attacking side, traditionally, having explosive players, like DFuse have, this almost suits them more, but we'll have to wait and see. We'll see what Guild have in store for us now. Is there maybe a little bit of recovery in mind? Let's see what they can do.
Gonna throw this ward out again. Guild, time and time again, go for this early control over A main as these will actually, crack a hole in the wall, and that's gonna draw one more player. It's actually Bonkar play on top of rafters here, so 3-man lean Akuma. Actually, what?
Why didn't someone do that? Rodin's found Draken, and that was the trade out coming in for Yassine, at least, that we caught the tail end of. But by now the spike is still being kind of herded toward A. We have Leo being very patient, decides to show hand here, and does Bonka. Really nice kind of, oh no, knife out, no, gets punished, big punish. Bonka stays alive. Now Hoppy in a 1v2, he's got 46 seconds, plenty of time, but he goes for the plant. Now, a bit of utility not in the right place. Actually, he's got time to readjust from this. Does he get seen on the cross? No. Oh, he could go around the world. No, he wants to fight on one. He's gonna get C2. Oh, this is huge from Hoppy.
No way! No way! Hoppy! It's DFuse just winning around like that again. How many times? How many times? That is a tilter right there.
One enemy remaining.
Finds the first. It takes Yassine so long to readjust there. Takes him so long. I mean, I almost prefer Yassine satcheling out first there. Be the first to jump out. I know the HP is a consideration. Bonkar was trying to, I guess, distract a little bit, but a DFuse-esque round win in the second half, Pistol.
And that's double digits pretty quickly on the board. Force Blight coming out. That's... They did actually get him. I thought they'd get him through that spray, but nothing finding it through the smoke. Now, Draken's still in position. As support. DFuse just running the map for now. They've still got plenty of time to play with.
Right there.
Yes, yeah, Yassine's got to swing out ahead of it. He will find Akuba, but be quick with the trade. Safe actually slips into rope. So he's going to find 2 huge kills, and that's actually the spike down.
One enemy remaining.
Now, you're going to find the last one as well. Takas, the last man standing. Safe will pick up his third, and actually a pretty clean round there from Guild to swing that one back. Again, I can't really fault what DFuse tried to do there. Tried to swing away from that presence shown. Safe finding 2 massive kills.
Do you remember who picked this map?
This was Guild's pick.
Okay. This has to be an uphill struggle for Guild now, but they've done what's required. They have their cracker money now building. Is it just one rifle? It is, but Leo on towards the rifle. Ghosts, that's about it on the other side. And just an all-in piece. Just going for the mad dash. Maybe can get a spike plant. Maybe get something out of it. Draken looking to go free falling, but Logan's found Safe. And Logan's found Draken. It still should be okay. There is a plant coming in. Now, the last 3, we still have Leo alive. He is your danger man to watch.
There's one away from the Reds again. Not really viable in this scenario, but consideration to make. Bonkar actually going to clear out L with the fault line, but nobody actually swings onto that. They're going to flash and actually literally spam utility into him. And look at that Guild. 3 quick kills there. Roden, the last man standing, frenzy in hand. Catches a headshot, but nothing else. Really nice retake from Guild.
The timing was just right.
Utility. Yeah, the utility usage was perfect as well. I thought that the fact nobody followed up on the fault line there, but I guess it's just to keep him there long enough so that Yassine can swing all the way into A main. Sure, there's no other deep lurk.
Okay. A little watch back on this. And there we go. Logan completely stunned, and nice work from Yassine. Keeping himself sharp in this, and a comfy cleanup on the end. DFuse, I've got to say, they're still scary. They're still making some value in a couple of these rounds. I would argue at some point, though, Guild have done the necessary steps, right? But this is where it becomes the real game. Because we have potentially Guild on the leftover weapons, so I'm not sure if they're going to try and upgrade those Spectres, or if they even can at this point.
Yeah.
But they're going to come against pretty much a better buy up against them, and they can't really afford to lose any of these rounds now.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a consideration to make. I was just looking back at the FPX game, actually, on Split, and Guild did actually close out their defensive half. I mean, they only gave up 3 rounds to FPX. Now, we can lean into that as much as we want. Obviously, it was a very uncharacteristic performance from FPX. They were kind of off their game, to be fair. But that's definitely something to consider here, is that Guild, obviously... I mean, it's difficult, really. With the way that DFuse play, again, they're not scared to just completely flip it and go charging in, almost on like these... I mean, YOLO executes, almost. And somebody will pop off, Takas will find a 2 or 3, or Roden's going to open the round up.
Back underway. Let's have a little look how this goes, because you're right, there are rounds to play with here, and DFuse can certainly be a team to do that if they want to, just throw a curveball at them. But now Guild have to be just hyper-cognizant of everything that's going on, which easier said than done with this much pressure. We've already heard the players saying, you know, they struggle with this much pressure on them this early on. I mean, wait till we get to lands and see what happens. This could be a bit of a precursor to some issues, but already a perfect start for Draken. Gets himself the op, finds a good angle to play with, and takes down Takas. Safe, keeping control towards B. No lurk for Roden, nor pressure to be mounted on the other side of the map.
Draken actually going to readjust to rafters here. Won't going to block his vision. We've got to be careful with this DP. Ooh, just gets around the corner, but they're waiting for him. Hoppy and Logan posted up to greet him, and they give them a sight. 3v4 for DFuse. Logan actually going to swap over to the operator. This is interesting. He can find himself an early pick when Guild try and re-aggress onto the retake.
Okay, so the alarm goes off that our side is not safe. The TP comes in. Now, this is quite interesting for Hoppy. He could be the kind of late lurk. Did he catch a glimpse then?
Oh,
I don't
beautiful.
know how much he saw of Safe, potentially. Clears Heaven really... I still don't know if he's seen him. Somehow Safe might have gone away with this, but Logan's doing well towards Yassine. Now Hoppy from above. That's one. That's two. Death from above. As Safe, though, just keeps control. Comes back in, and Safe somehow maintaining... being unspotted. I do not understand how he got away with that. Not once, but twice he was able to slip through.
Literally a split second. A split second there. I mean, actually, hats off to Hoppy, though. Coming up, the trigger discipline as well to find both of those kills. Beautifully done by him, but just the timing on Safe crossing through.
One enemy remaining.
Look at that, find both of them, and oh, it's so good. So good from Safe. I mean, the only other thing there, if it's planted for Heaven, right? Just imagine. Imagine Hoppy's able to just stay in Heaven.
Okay, now, let's put our minds to this. We talk about comebacks when we get to double digits on the board. They've won Pistol, and, you know, they've done pretty well. Guild have done exactly what is required. There is no need to oversell it just yet, because the harder part comes in when the full buys start rolling out and DFuse's economy gets a bit more established. They've just been kept in control by Safe then, and we know that Safe is super clutch, which is the biggest selling point of him. But for now, DFuse, once again, do get side control, will get the spike down, and now there has to be a retake coming through. This is where things can get a little dicey, and Takas will be the one to try and lead the way on this. Probably has the biggest firepower to play with, a couple of Guardians coming out between Hoppy and Logan. And that's about it for now.
Full on 5v5. Scene will open things up. Hoppy will fall. Roden in a cheeky spot behind default. Safe will get cleaned up there. Fully flashed. He's just got to wait out here. But Akuma hosted with the Rolling Thunder here. And Logan with the lurk. Look at this. He's going to find it for free. 2 kills quickly go over to DFuse there. Another Logan finds the headshot with the Guardian. It's just Bonkar left for Guild now.
Oh, Bonker. He's trying to split his attention in 2 ways, and there's nothing more he do. He just has to back away. And out of nowhere, DFuse convert this round off the back of 2 Guardians and an ultimate from Takas. And Logan's lurk through middle was just expertly timed. I thought there was such a risk then, but maybe it was noted that he was off the spike. He just took his time to take down Draken then from up towards Heaven, and then perfectly played towards the site. Someone like Logan, I guess, with his aim, the Guardian looks so simple with him. But now here are the problems for Guild. This is why we say we're very hesitant to call a comeback. I know some of you guys are a little new to it, but when things like this happen and the economy gets broken like this now is for Guild, suddenly they're 2 rounds away from a map loss. And all that momentum that you get behind falls to pieces. The economy is so deadly in this. So as we're seeing, Bucky's coming out, Judge is coming out. Very viable, but hard to make work. But Roden receiving a whole chunk of damage to start with.
We'll back away here and kind of respect that setup. Hoppy just waiting for the spike cam to get popped. We can deal with it. I guess he's going to bring a spike over here, so there you go. Takas waiting for the repeak off the back of that spy cam getting popped, but Safe actually playing close by with a stinger, so I don't expect him to give up opportunity for them, but Lockdown invested in Garage. That might force them off site here for the time being. Nobody actually able to get behind Shed, so Hughes might be able to charge through here.
Takas going to lead the way. Remember that Roden is extremely low, and they've gone for Bogdan's. Yassine's just feeding right now, apparently. Not sure what happened there. Now, luckily for them, Safe and Leo are on point. Draken's lurk is fantastic. Hoppy's good for 1, but that's all he can get. again, credit to Safe. This guy is worth his weight in gold once again. I'm not sure what the plan was then from Yassine, if I'm honest. Maybe a misplay, or maybe we didn't see the full context to it. But, again...
I guess just trying to look for one kill on the way
maybe?
in. But that seems so... Yes, he had the judge, so I guess once he peels away from sight, it's very difficult for him to get back onto sight, right, with a judge. That's the only thing I can think. He's just waiting for one kill on the way in.
Now, this is where I want to highlight players like Leo and Safe. Now, Leo was having a horrible start to the first half. I think he was 0 to 6. His recovery is great. And if he keeps continuing on this half, that's perfect. And that's a big win condition and a good indicator for Guild, coupled with Safe's capability of clutching. Now, that's a huge, huge element in this. DFuse, they can weather the storm. Takas, only one with a rifle here, everyone else on sheriffs, and just a frenzy for Roden. They have got mid control. I'm looking to see if there's anything up towards heaven. It is Leo's job, it looks like, to try and keep control of heaven. He does have Yassine there as well. Ball goes up, really good timing, but they break through on that, and Logan just finds Yassine for free. Suddenly, Safe's attention has to be brought towards heaven, even for just a second, but they've got the pick. They've expected a heavy rotate, so they fall back towards middle.
Bring back again. There's two members. It's Safe and Leo once again here to greet them. Safe actually going to give it up, and that's the information going to go across there. The showstopper gets popped. The fault line is perfect. Roden going to find Safe.
Oh no!
Do they anticipate Leo though? They're not ready for the two stack here. No way. This trigger discipline. He finds the first. He can't connect with the second two. He does. Leo going to stop the spike going down.
Incredible work from Leo. This is the man you want coming online. We said it at the start of this round, and that's why the discipline to wait. The smoke just dissipating on the jet. There's no more that you can do. Now look at Logan. You had a great start. You're working with the sheriffs, but that round was getting way too deadly considering that was 1 rifle and 4 pistols. Now they found Safe in Yassine, and there could have been a spike plant, but no, Leo kept it safe. No orb for you. Rez comes in to keep the economy building, and Guild put another on the board.
I mean, yeah, talk about nerves getting to you, but Leo with balls of steel to sit here this long. Just an incredible round from him. Incredible round from Leo.
Leo, the saving factor of Guild in that one. Joining now Safe towards the top. This has been a paramount off from Leo so far. Safe's clutching ability has certainly come online too. We're seeing quite a quick, I guess, initiation towards A for now. There are 3 players here on point for Guild, so they are in the right place. Look at this quick rotation. You've got so many players here.
Hoppy's behind him.
4 of them in position right now.
Oh, Yassine just trying to creep up through ropes here. Hoppy will punish him. Bonko actually swings out through the smoke on rafters here, but gonna get noted and traded out. Draken will respond once again. Akuma falls, finds it in a 3v3 now. Kills coming through, back and forth. Leo again comes up huge for Guild.
There he is, one of my favorite players recently to watch, breaking into 21 kills. Just such good positioning. Again, really nice read from Guild. Right place, right time. They are on the site, they had the stack in the right place, and even with that little bit of a danger that happened at the start, quickly traded out by those players towards rafters, and just Leo. Aim just sharp as anything. Money back down for DFuse now. This is where they start feeling that pressure. We said double digits is where we start paying attention to that comeback, and for a good reason. The money's starting to build up okay for Guild, and it's been broken down enough by DFuse that they're going to be in a bit of a sore spot here. Now this is Ghosts and Sheriffs. This shouldn't be too much of a dangerous round. This should be 10 to 11.
Yeah, Leo opening up once again. He's again, I respect it, trying to find something early on with this equipment. I'm going to have to slow things down. Guild really, the readjustment, again, to come onto defense and play it this confidently and be happy to kind of switch things up. Really worked wonders for them so far. Leo might actually get given a couple of opportunities here in this round. Actually, if he finds these two, he's going to be one away from the revive once again.
His positioning is so good, Hypoc. Look at this now. Let's see what the patience is like. They've got to consider there's someone going to be here. No one directly checks on it. That's one found. He knows more of Cross, so information can be called out to Bonka. Now clears the bottom of mid, no one's still there, so this is good information. Even the players that you don't see is still a call to be made. You're seeing fed the perfect facts coming out from Leo. Quickly makes light work of them. No danger here. And Logan, well look, we've seen him being good, but this is a tall task for anyone. And we are back online. Gilda in the game, ladies and gents. This is a great half from them so far. DFuse's money, hot and cold. They've been broken a couple of times. Now they can get back on the buy, but there is now enough money, enough of a buffer in Guild's pocket to take them into those coming up rounds. And you just had a big win condition work out that Leo is on 23 kills after he went 0-6 in the starting rounds.
I mean, this round literally flips it. DFuse looking at it, there's only 2 members over 1,000 credits, and yes, round loss bonus is in there, but this is a tricky one for them. And Rolling Thunder, Blade Storm, one away. Other than that, not really close to any ultimates here. It was on the side of Guild. Showstopper, expect your scene to make a play off the back of that. I actually haven't said that. We haven't this time around. You know, usually that's big factor for Guild. They like these defensive executes. Leo actually going to get hard cleared by Akuma and Ropes. That's a big kill to open this one up. And as well, Leo been doing fantastic the last couple of rounds. It makes it all the much bigger.
Now mid's a problem. They have seen Akuma. Now they know there's at least one more. Yassine's going to invest the ultimate towards this, and he does actually get them on the way down. Hoppy gets cornered. Takas, however, still trying to work towards the site itself on the way through. Where is that spike? It's down by Sewer. That's a problem of its own, but we can get to that in a moment. There's still 48 seconds on the round, so plenty of time to still be played with. And I wonder where they go to in this. There was intention shown towards A, but they haven't committed just yet. So now they have to start wondering, okay, is this a fake? Or is this a double fake coming out?
I think they are. Safe going to look back towards Ropes here. Leave Bonkar. Again, he's tucked in a very deep spot, so they're not going to get the information early enough if DFuse decide to walk, and that's what they're deciding to do, and they're slow clearing angles here. And actually, this is terrible for Bonkar.
Takas clears it. Here we go. Game on now. Spike to be planted. Nothing to stop this directly. You see it in Safe. Now look, if Safe is alive or Leo's alive, I put a chance with Guild. It's not a big one though. Now they're all dedicated towards the site. Kind of one by pillar, one back site, and one on the screen on site itself. And you can see how methodically Guild are having to clear this because they've lost a bit of vision. Now that's going to give away the game for Safe at least. We're just seeing as well, trying to clear back through. Some close corners are going to make this tricky, but no one taking a proactive fight just yet for DFuse. Now Logan fancies it, takes it, wins it, and now just Safe, but there it is. Roden watched the push in, and suddenly DFuse make it to map point.
Match point.
This is actually just a crazy map. Bonkar actually going to throw the op into this. Or maybe not. He was thinking about it. Oh, it pop up briefly. It's actually going to be Draken. Yeah, whether they just quick swap out there, but side of DFuse, they have the Rolling Thunder, they have the Blade Storm, 1 away from the lockdown, 2 off the Showstopper, so some big factors to consider coming into this round. I mean, this is the thing, with this scoreline, I think Guild are going to, okay, I was going to say I think they're going to sit back, but 3 of them out in mid, and it's a 5-man lean from DFuse.
This? Okay, so you're going to have Bonga taking contact, Leo up in heaven, if they carry on this way. Logan's got... Oh, that's why. Okay, this makes way more sense. Now, last time around, we saw that commitment coming in from Yassine. They're sticking around on this. Yassine's not willing to back away just yet. Bonka... Anyone get caught by it? Yes, there is still that one player caught up by this. Bonka leans back in. He's going to find Takas. That's a great little hit and run, but the spike is planted still.
It's planted for main. That's the important thing here, Lauren. Guild need to be quick. They need to pressure. They need to find a kill. You can see on the minimap, Logan actually going to lurk his way back into mid once again. We saw him do this in a previous round on B. That could be huge for DFuse.
45. Hoppy trying to play the time just right. Sprays it down. Gonna see one. Look at the gap on that smoke. It could have been big, but Leo on the trade gets the res. Now Logan called upon to clutch this out. When does he show his hand? Just right about now, but Akuma's found 2. Oh, on the spike. Leo sprays in. Akuma goes down. Leo.
Oh my god.
Saving Guild again.
Oh my god.
But wait, the time? He's got this.
No, it's down to the wire, but he's got this. Oh my word. When the Rolling Thunder comes through, that was scary for a moment there, Lauren. The wards are such a huge factor though here. Again, the plant for main. It allows DFuse to just sit back this way. Unfortunately, I mean, Logan, a little bit of a whiff on that first peek, but comes through and finds the second onto Safe, who was the one defusing. Leo, once again, another three-piece from him to bail Guild out. And this is for Guild to force overtime. What a response in the second half from them.
Okay. I feel like it's got OT written all over this, but Takas does have the ultimate ready to go, and this looks rinse and repeat with just a quicker pace to it already. Rodin's in, sends that towards Heaven, doesn't find anything, attacks there. Takas finally lands the shot, but the trade for CT, and Rodin trades back through towards CT. Site is safe for now. There are still 3 players alive. Draken, Safe, and Leo are still standing for Guild. So there's a big chance in this, and Draken trying to clear back through CT, trying to find his way back through. But the site is preoccupied. They need something big to change this.
Yeah, I think Draken needs to swap out. He has a weapon available in spawn there. Coming through, there you go. He's going to pick up the Phantom. Did you just see it there? Rodin, he finds another kill. He's going to get that paint shell back online once again. Look at Leo. Leo's late here, and the turret's actually going to stop him from pushing through. This is terrible for Guild. The clock's ticking away, Lauren.
Timing. Where's the retake gonna come from? It's a trade, that's not good enough. And Logan's found Leo after all of this work. Is this how it falls apart? Safe can't convert, and it's DFuse in the final moments. And again, for Guild, they've just got to deliver here. This is one of those things after the first game, losing out in a close game like that, building back in after such a close game, but then to lose at the final hurdle is pretty hard to overcome. So let's have a look, see if they can bounce back, keep that focus in the right place, and it looks like an A-lean to start with.
That's it. The flash comes through. You've seen actually he manages to turn for it. We'll find Logan. We're looking to dip back in, but not be greeted by anything. But that's blood. Will go in favor of Guild. That's a big player actually on the side of DFuse's Logan. Usually the anchor man or DFuse. On the back of this, Gus and Rodin actually going to get themselves tucked into mid, but Guild going to hit the rotate. Make their way all the way over. Actually, yeah, Draken nearly getting caught off there, but that's going to give some information over. You can see Hoppy already considering this rotation. The fact that they saw Draken backing up here, Guild going to try and find good timing on this wall. Now, they actually use it as the wall's expiring, so I don't like that too much there. That's a big piece of utility.
Unless, considering the flank potential very early on as kind of like a dual benefit of putting the wall there, I'm not sure. We'll see how that affects the later part of this round. For now, the spike is planted. We are into this post-plant 4v4. Now, the wall will come into effect now for the other side, so they get the benefit of that, and they do get at least the sound cues to come off the back of it. They'll be fully aware that there is a big potential on this wrap here. Now, there's no one coming through that mid connector. It is through CT. We've got a triple stack towards stairs. This is a mad post plant for Guild. Safe finds Akuma. They didn't expect that. The push-up comes in, and Hoppy actually finds Safe. Now, look at the HP on this. Hoppy's a little bit low. Takas on the swing out of nowhere. That frenzy is filtered out. Boncar goes down. DFuse just played that back in.
That was actually insane. Again, the three-man stack, Akuma kind of solo challenging his way through. He had the second player stacked behind him in the spawn. But it doesn't even matter. DFuse just re-aggressed onto that. A really clean retake in a pistol round. And I'll be honest, B side, very difficult to crack, especially with the setup Guild had.
It was very solid.
Maybe if they just got a little bit deeper with that aggression in towards the spawn, they could have shut down secondary threat coming through from main, but it will not matter. Hughes will pick that one up, and that's rough. Yeah, that's rough for Guild.
Their ability to turn that after losing the first pick as well is pretty important. I mean, normally the amount of times you convert around if you have your player down, if you're working at a disadvantage, is very low. If you're in a 4v5, now we are going to be seeing an A hit come through now. Of course, better equipped is DFuse, and Hoppy with a casual 3, making it look so simple. And for now, it does stand to be as such. 4 players stand. Guild didn't particularly take much into that round, so all okay. And they get the buy now. This is going to be the bonus for DFuse. If they convert this well, that's something different altogether. But this should be Guild's chance to get one on the board now.
Yeah, does DFuse have a good opportunity here to build some momentum? Again, a pretty clean round 2 win for them. Whether or not we actually see any aggression on the side. There's a 3-man stack over towards B, and again... The objective for DFuse is to convert these lesser weapons. Guild again going to lean heavily top mid in A lobby. Start of the round. They do like to go for this ore pretty much every single time in A main. This time, nobody on the side of DFuse here to greet them or even contest that, really. You're seeing going to get a little bit of information off the back of the boombot.
Take flight.
Logan tucked all the way in hell. Man with a ghost. It's going to be difficult for him to get anything done here. Hoppy going to face the owl drone, reveal his position. Guild's still hesitant here.
Yeah, maybe looking for the stack, see if there's anything a bit dodgy going on. Trying to feel it out. Now, the one bonus, if you're looking towards diffuses, they do have their player towards middle, which is Akuma, and then Takas just shoulder peeking in and out. Draken over towards Sabrosa, trying to find his way up middle in a cautious way. That's really well done.
Oh.
Nice work from the attacking side of Guild to just go through the motions, be really clear with their intentions, use the utility to clear unsafe corners, even without prior knowledge. That has really created so much space. Yes, they suffered a casualty at the end of this, but they still maintain 4 players against the 3.
I like this actually as well, the lean back towards A. DFuse have read it pretty well actually. Takas all the way down on B side. He's just playing close contact, so... Oh no, Roden actually going to take a peek into mid, and again, actually, he's going to come back over the perfect timing. Guild going to get free entry. She falls onto Logan. We'll find a headshot. We'll find a second as well. He's already done his job in that spot. Does a lot of damage.
Spike planted.
Takas, the last man standing now. Spectre is definitely doable for him. It needs to isolate one of these 1v1s and quick.
It's difficult. Look at these post plants, though. Has he been there in time to work out? He'll expect 1 hell, but 2? I don't know. He's taking his time. Oh, that wasn't what he wanted.
Oh, he missed the jump.
Bonka finds him. Takas maybe had a window of chance there to do something, but the double stack towards hell is super hard to kind of account for. You're going to be considering maybe someone sitting safe on towards short, maybe, or, you know, over towards long. Logan, I like the work, though, off the back of kind of Roden trying to get the attention on short. He swings, takes a very good fight. He brought it to not necessarily a winnable 1v2, but a possible one. It was certainly up there, but roll it back even further than that. Guild, or Bonka, should I say, just trying to make sure that they clear mid effectively, leaving nothing to chance, and it paid dividends.
There.
Does indeed. Again, Guild are going to set up outside A, make a play for this. Logan just charging in. What is this? Yassine going to find 2. Logan and Akuma fall. This aggression immediately cancelled out by Guild.
It's all
Hoppy on the back of this. Yeah. On the back of this, he has to make a play here, Lauren.
Is the timing right? No, it's not. He's shown already. He's looking dead in the water here. A touch of HP left. 14. He's trying to play around the smoke here, and he might be able to get 1 for free. No, Leo even then still short of checking out of the smoke. He's not going to take any risks without that reward being substantially higher than it would have been. But now they're down to 2. Wall goes towards short. That's going to cut off Takas completely. Maybe gets a bit of vision, but already Leo's on the case. Roden's found 1 for free through middle. Bonkar's gone down. Spike's on the way towards B. They're still fighting for this tooth and nail, but he will be behind the curve. The smoke will go up for Draken, and he can start working his way through, but actually through the smoke, you're going to get your head ripped off. Draken not allowing any danger to mount.
Spike planted.
It's good. Guild look way more comfortable playing this reactive playstyle here on Ascent. Again, on Split, it was... their setup didn't really warrant it. This time around, much heavier leans on the attacking side. Again, I just think back to, you know, sending 3 up mid on Split and having 1 on each extremity. DFuse were able to isolate those fights. And the start of this round, complete contrast. They're there to greet the aggression from Logan and Akuma charging out of A main. So far, a really, really good response coming back into this map.
It's been wonderful from Guild. Let's just, in bigger picture, talk about what they're doing with this. They're dealing with that early aggression from DFuse on the extremities, which is normally working really well for DFuse. Like, you know, Logan getting away with so much, a very cheeky player. If you can quell him early, great idea. So they've done that. They dealt with him over towards A, and they even doubled down on it. That was, I think, was it Yassine who found that? I think it was. Okay, then they default back to mid. They catch the aggression, because that's always the next thing in mind is, okay, well, if they're going there and they've lost that fight, maybe they want to try and get that flank going. They read it perfectly. Hoppy caught in no man's land, completely outdone, and then fall back to quite a standard, comfortable site hit now with huge favorable numbers. The approach from Guild here is classic, and it's working very well.
You can already hear that natural setup there, but this time around, Logan gets himself all the way through A main. Guild actually has 5. This time around, lean back towards B. Draken got to be careful because there's 2 posted up behind that. The owl drone going to come through the smoke. Be able to tuck outside, but Takas, I'm not sure what we're watching here, but there we go. We are going to readjust. 2 kills did go in mid there, and that was DFuse kind of re-aggressing on the back of that early presence shown.
We're just going a little T-Tours. It's all good. And the problem is now, though, for Guild, they've lost so much space. Sean Connery again.
Space.
God. But the problem is they've lost so much space on the map. They have to retake all of this area with so many potential threats. And considering this is coming up against a team that has Frenzies, Ghosts, obviously Takas has the rifle. Now, the one bonus is that the guns that were lost are quite hard to recover. You probably won't get those into the hands for DFuse. There's still a solid chance at this. Now, Safe has to keep a lot of space controlled in this one, and the timing could have been awful there, but he does make it out with his life. Bonka finds Logan. Things are now kind of slowly building towards the right direction for Guild. Now, the plant can come in. Safe deciding, okay, I'm going to control short. Great timing on Roden on that swing, and he knows there's further pressure coming his way. Hearing those steps, backs away to a harder angle, buys more time. This is excellence from Safe. After a round that could have gone so deadly, Akuma still doing some work, but now it's very tricky to pull these last couple of players out of their positions. Getting pretty deep on this plant.
Wait for him to tap again. Bonka, is that safety net? He's tucked all the way at top mid with his Hunter's Fury. You've seen. I'm happy with this. Again, Showstopper invested just to secure the round. Again, 3 HP. You see they were both set up for their ultimates there. Didn't want to give that one away. Guild will go 3-2 up. Again, I love this though. Safe's readjustment. It literally brings them in. Comes out here, makes them push all the way in here. Basically into a bottleneck, right? Safe just picks them off one by one. I love this.
Very nice from Akuma on the way back, but yeah, that was very much Safe's round. Yeah. And this is why Safe is such a great player. Now, yeah, of course, some of this was against pistols, but that round was pretty scary after they lost the initial 2 players. So, we go back in.
Deploying drone.
5 for both sides now. We finally have that even out of money coming in. Couple of ultimates coming out. A lot for Guild here. Something can be said for DFuse. Guild taking fast mid control though.
If you're actually going to get invested by Roden, he will find Draken, but no follow-up tag. Now, Leo does have the revive, but you can see he already got towards Marcus, so he's got to reset, but he will. He goes through and invest that one. The Rolling Thunder, actually, they're going to re-aggress onto this thing. They're trying to box them in there. Look at the flank coming through mid from DFuse.
Yeah, Logan's got Leo down, and you're right. Wait, where's that spike going? Oh no, the Omen. Look at the Omen and the Sova. That's the one that's going to be the defining moment. They're missing each other like ships in the night. They've just passed each other here, and Bonka got around the back, and Hoppy turns around and just absolutely causes so much mayhem then.
Well, I mean, previous map was close. Got a feeling early on. I mean, DFuse not getting an early lead makes me feel like this is going to go the distance. Oh, and again, really for Guild, I mean, they had a terrible defensive half against FPX. But really, I'm looking for them to make moves on their attack, and already liking what I'm seeing.
Again, trying to keep track of everything that's going on. So DFuse, bit of a different look here. The switch up where Logan's positioned, I'm going to keep my eye toward. Normally kind of the A player sits around there quite comfortably. A little switcheroo here. Mid-take came out early on for Guild, but the Killjoy utility is probably in place to pretty much greet that, and it's a good way to do it. It'll keep you very much in track of any moves being made by that attacking side.
Guild, once again, trying to get a look into market here. DFuse around again. Actually, the turret's going to find a little bit of contact. It's safe out in main. Again, the recon going to give it away though. It's only one position close. with Logan tucked into that corner, they know they haven't got to prioritize or rotate here. And actually, Akuma's holding down spawn here, so they're still anticipating this B hit, or the B split at least, but Guild have made their way elsewhere. They're about to split A.
Hoppy with the fadeaway is going to make this one a little bit easier to work with. They could pull around a player, and they kind of need to. Hoppy, timing, watch your back, bud. Just because you hit the button doesn't mean you're safe. Safe finds him. And now suddenly A's looking vulnerable, but Takas doesn't get checked on properly. It looks like he does, but that's a spike up against him. If Takas can take this down and defend it, maybe there's still a chance. In 10 seconds, they didn't actually check.
Oh, is that the pass? I love it.
This is perfect. He denies the plant. He spots out another, and all he has to do is buy time. Now, smart work from Leo. A quick adjustment on the plant keeps it safe. But now Akuma in a better position. They can call for this. And how does he get out of there? Leo's locked in. Rodin's found safe. Logan in the fight onshore, but Draken wins that one. And it's go time. Good trade for Takas. And now Draken's got to go and clutch. A 1v2. Spike being diffused. Nothing happens. Takas this time. The MVP of this round.
I love that as well. Doesn't actually challenge on the way in. The timing's perfect. I mean, it's a shame that really DFuse weren't able to put together a pinch from heaven there. Denies the first plant going through. Like you said, Leo readjusts behind the generator to get that plant. I love that. Again, coming down to those late round hits, right? It makes it so difficult for Bonkar because he can't full clear Wine. He has to throw a little bit of utility in there and just hope. Just hope that, you know, the utility either finds the kill or does enough damage to keep Takas honest.
4-3. Takas doesn't get away with this twice. He doesn't get away with this twice. Gets back in. Bold as anything to go for that sort of movement. Get out of there. Spins over towards short, feeling out the play. He's hypermobile in this, but Hoppy playing patiently, trying to keep his head down.
Shadows traveling.
Take this orb once again. And again, eyes go towards Leo and Safe in this round. The only two with rifles, everybody else with a sheriff. So they're the ones that Guild are going to rely on. Find this opening duel. Yeah, no, Guild sat back right now. I guess anticipating DFuse to push out, but DFuse reading it perfectly. Again, a couple of sheriffs ring off in the early round. They want to play distance. They want to sit back. They want Guild to push in.
Scary fight.
And we're getting close to 30 seconds, right? We're getting close to 30 seconds now, and Guild don't seemingly have a plan.
They don't have anything to really start things up with either. No ultimates to instigate. They do have safes, but that you need a pick for that, which maybe he's going to get. No, denied. Takas takes him down. That's short under control. Good trade for Yassine, but Hoppy should be the backline on this, the defense, but he actually gets outdone. The site is open. Spike can be planted, and this was a round with just pistols, really. So Bonker and Draken, this isn't going to be comfortable for them, but if they can do some more damage, that'd be sublime. But Rodin says no, that spike is his. Guarding it with his life now as Draken is left in a 1v3. 1 second. He gets the kill, but that's all he's going to get.
Again, nearly got something done out of A main. The pinch onto short was brilliant. And again, there was no counter peek from Hell there. So unfortunately, it does get traded out after Safe falls. Little bit of damage done. I mean, Logan struggling a bit there, but looks like as if, well, Akuma, Rodin, or Takas can drop him a weapon out. They have the lockdown from the shadows and the revive available. On the side of Guild, the neural theft, and Bonkar one away from his Hunter's Fury, but this is a tough round for Guild here. Again, 200, 200, 300, 0. The economy not looking good right now for Guild.
Oh, it looks like Guild are hitting a bit of a brick wall. And Takas is still getting away with this. This has to be punished. Now, Hoppy's going to be forced to fight. He's going to lose some HP for it. Wall goes up. The pressure started to mount a bit too much. Now, Draken looking to maybe exploit this by playing up short quite quickly, and that's a really good idea.
Oh, no, Draken. That could have been so huge.
Oh, ooh, it happens to everyone. God. And do you know what? I bet he's cursing the observers like, you catch that? You catch that one, do you? Out of everything?
Yeah, you flicked
That's
to me
the moment
then.
You decide to have a watch. All right. Shake it off into the next one, though. They're deciding we're going to leave A. That seemed cursed. We're going to go towards B instead, and maybe the right idea. A little 4v2 on the site. You're still going to have Logan lingering around, though, which, I mean, maybe add like another player to the mix on that. Gonna have the turret back up. And the timing is gonna be...
timing.
They were already out on site, so... But now Rodin's gonna be the one dealing with the punch. And look at the amount he's revealed! Sick work on one with the spray through the wall. That's safe gone. But now Hoppy back at the site, gets over here real quick. Does not want to leave his teammates alone. Looks for the fight, wins it. Can't adjust towards Bonka, but by now, we're down to a 3v2. Still favorable. Now the play back in through CT. Leo, this angle could have been dirty. Didn't quite find it in time, but could have been something. All three coming back in. And it's all down to one. Just Leo in a 1v3. And he's going to have to do wonders. That's one. That's two. He needs one more. Oh, and he gets it.
Oh, Leo! A massive clutch from him. He was fantastic on split. Right there, that was a massive, massive turnaround for him. Again, with Logan still alive, you expect him to come through and break that hold, man. But Leo's readjustment, again, I love the fact he shows a little bit of presence. You can see all three members of DFuse expecting him to be up on the wall still. Wow.
Oh, this is a nice spot. Here.
Just taking it in, Akuma now. They're just trying to make something happen, and then just like, well, okay, Leo's just dunked on us. Look, this is why I can enjoy him as a player, right? Watching this guy play is impressive. Now this is going to force players opposite. Rodin can still do some damage with this. He's trying to make it out of there. That could have been so much worse for Guild. They were all so clustered up. A couple of taps could have been in the depth of them, but look at Draken. This flank could be pretty big as well. Take so much space away. The turret should give it away. That's really good again. This is the value of having Logan for sure. But Rodin trying to keep things safe. No connections that he wanted.
This is huge though. If Guild can keep this control of B main, again, if they can go and throw a fake towards A or Draken potentially, I think they're anticipating that DFuse want to play for this res. They want to come back and revive Akuma. It's basically a win. Oh no. Okay, Safe did manage to avoid that. I was gonna say, it's basically a win-win. Either Guild come over and they exploit that hole on A. Actually, come through. Safe gonna find Rodin on the cross there.
Left.
We'll spot out Logan as well. Guild just gonna sit tight for the time being. Now come on to aggress side.
It's only Logan who can do damage with this in my mind. He's the only one with the gun. He has to do something he can't. Simply outgunned, outnumbered. You saw Guild just pause for a second. Take control of the situation completely. And then execute the plan. 5-5. This is a very close game between these two. We've had individuals on both sides having super high-end moments, but still, this is a close affair. I'm glad we're getting this caliber of game, though. This is a good indicator that things are this close between these teams.
I mean, it's... Guild obviously managed to pull something together towards the second half of Split, at least, and they're bringing that same game across. Actually really, really impressed with Guild being able to switch back and forth. Again, the awareness there to kind of sit around and play off that res, knowing DFuse like to go for those sorts of plays, right? DFuse are all about risky plays.
They do play just like mad percentages. You calling them like a slippery team, very hard to account for, is so spot on. Now, this is an interesting battle with Rodin. Very weird in middle. Still alive, but you can see the pressure kind of coming in from that Omen there. You still Cypher towards mid. I wonder if they continue along this progress route. It looks like they are. Yassine's gonna like barrel into this one. Hoppy will be now noted. He's dead. He's done for. Great work from Yassine, but better vision from Leo as well, keeping track of any potential trade that could have been coming in. Now Rodin though does find Safe, but he would need a lot more to be able to kind of find a way through. They can at least corner off short as a potential post plant, but that's about it.
Guild just looks so good for these clearances right now. DFuse need to break through. The Rodin's actually swapped off the operator. Logan did have the lockdown here. Now, I think it's a little late in the day to invest it. But they're going to opt for this save here. They want to play economy for the final round. And obviously the operator, it's a lot of pressure. It's a big weight on the economy right here with that being purchased into this round. So I'm fine with this. Rodin might even catch himself a kill outside deep, but I think Guild are thinking the same thing, right? Don't want to give away too many. That's a big win, though.
Yep.
I have to take a look, see if that does have an impact on this final round purchase. Having a look at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not going to be great. It's a Spectre and a Guardian. Actually, 2 Guardians. Hoppy and Takas actually swapping out now for the Bulldog. See what they actually end up settling for. I think maybe Takas just readjusting actually to get a little bit of utility back on the board. Still got the res, still got the lockdown. 1 off the Rolling Thunder, 2 off the Omen Ultimate. On the side of Guild, Hunter's Fury from the Shadows, 1 away as well. Again, DFuse go for this early A control. Logan's a madman. What is he doing?
They double down.
Again, there to greet him. Oh, no.
The flash didn't catch your scene. I think he was sitting anti-flash at that point, I'm pretty sure. And he was just fine. No worries. That's the second time he's done that now.
This is perfect once again, though. So Guild have done this a couple of times. They greet this A presence. The wall goes down in B. DFuse readjust. Now, I mean, Takas is in market. The res is pretty much... I mean, it's going to take him forever to get over there, clear all this space, and get the revive off. And straight away, Guild are going to flex back into B.
There we go. Rodent. See if any damage can be... He's not really in a position to do damage from here. Even... Let's see if he can catch an angle on the cross, maybe, but you can see the utility.
Got to go for this res.
Through, and yeah, they do have to invest in towards it, don't they?
And it's... I mean, it should be Logan. They can come back through B main. It's Akuma, so they want the Rolling Thunder, not the lockdown. I was going to say, if they flex back through B main, they could have the attacker lineup for that lockdown. Of course, Bonkar having the Hunter's Fury, I guess, to cancel it out is a consideration to make.
Well, that could be a nice little bit of bait coming in towards CT. Oh, it's a bait in the other way around. It's called them.
Massive.
Bonkar. That is huge work. Rodin goes down. That's the op now gone. The retake's now lost a little bit of that bite to it. Just sending it out for free. Yassine's having fun is now just Hoppy. Alive in the 1v4. Post-plant spike ticking away. Oh, and they're all just up in it. That's a shot and a half. Just taps on him, but still safe on the trade. Style points don't count to the round, and Guild lead on the half.
Switching sides.
That's massive for Guild again. The way they're able to readjust, and I'm glad this actually became an example because they double dip in here. Logan and Akuma go through. They don't get anything at all. You're seen once again there to greet them. And they did exactly the same thing again. I mean, right there on the rounds where DFuse didn't aggress into A main, Guild grabbed the orb. They default back to B, right? So I think actually there, it's almost like DFuse are literally giving them the 1 win condition that Guild could possibly find in the early round.
Ready.
I don't know if I want to say it, but maybe a third map. I don't know. I don't want to cast a curse this. 7-5.
Healing area.
Starts with a pistol, though. That can be pretty defining. See who gets that. At least normally, the 2 rounds to start with. That little bit of buffer to play with. Bit of a 3-2 split, showing intention towards B, but then kind of leaning back towards A to gather that spike. And they would get a pretty favorable approach.
Well, I was going to say I like that because all 3 players are over here. Logan, Takas, and Hoppy were all pinged by that recon bolt. I think that's what's kept Draken in mid right now on Pizza. They have the wall down on short. Really, DFuse finding the only gap through, to be quite honest with you. They're going to execute onto A.
Safe's a scary target for sure, but he's pretty outnumbered here. He does time it really well. All the attention turned towards short. Tried to double down, does a bit of damage, but damage doesn't really do enough. It wasn't enough to really write home about. Excuse me, Akuma?
Okay.
Hello? A little jumping click comes out. Draken goes down. He's having a rough game. And now 4 players stand against the 3. Bonkar, Leo, nice play from Bonkar. Better play from Bonkar. That's 2. And now it's getting back on the spike we go. Rodin, what have you got for us here? You've been doing your homework. You've got your lineups right. He does. It forces them off the spike and into the eyes of Logan. But now he needs to fight. 1v1, but it's Leo up against him. The jump peek on the wall. That's all he had to do is get the information. He's on the spike, though. The DFuse, he's got it.
Leo! No way! No way! I don't believe it. That's a ballsy stick. It's so unfortunate as well because literally 2 more seconds and Rodin would have had the recon reset. He would have had the recon reset to put down even over the wall beforehand. You can see here 10 seconds left. By the time he comes on and finds that first kill, it's not available. Oh, That's the second time now we've just seen like the ballsiest sticks in this series.
It's actually sick. And it's you know, DFuse now on the back foot massively. This is the perfect build for Guild. Gives them that nice kind of cushioning going forward. Safe. A little bit of a tricky spot to work from, but he does have Bonkar there, so attention gets split between the two, which opens up great opportunities. Bonkar just tripling down. There's no vision. He's just spraying in, tapping away, getting that burst fire on the go, and it's perfect.
Last player standing.
Safe, we'll clean up. Logan, Roden, pops out to the Ghost. Maybe going to go for just one kill here again. And think he can get just damage to the economy. Gonna be very full on baited by the recon there. I love this from Gil, just giving nothing away. Don't even want to risk it. The flawless round. Bring this through for a good chance actually to bonus their way to double digits. Now that's huge. That's huge for Guild.
Yeah, it is. That's the thing, is that if you get to this point, and this, I don't want to say it's super viable. It's not, you know, pound for pound. You put this even in DFuse's hands because of the weaponry they come in with, but be able to supplement a buy with those two Bulldogs that they have, it does mean that Guild actually has a fair amount of crack to this. It's not just Spectres. It's not as one-dimensional as you get with just Spectres. So they could still do a bit of work on this. We'll have to see what they come up with now.
Guild actually now looking to flex out a little bit. Some deep utility. Side is safe at least. Gonna try and just poke, see if there is a hole in the defense. Aldrone's gonna cross paths here. I don't think either of them really gonna spot anything out. As Takas just creeping up, gonna find Leo in Pizza. See now, gonna try that nade is perfect. Yassine, a brilliant clearance from him. Brings it back to a 4v4. It looks as if DFuse want to prioritize A here. Still 2 over here though.
And the timing's... Oh, the timing. He tried to make the play in the smoke, and Hoppy's just waiting. Now, Safe's getting a little bit predictable here, it feels. He's been playing that spot quite a lot. Almost called off one, but no, Hoppy's still on the case. Now, the Hunter's Fury popped, but I think only a tag was found. Not quite enough, but there's still 2 guns left in this. Bonkar with the Bulldog, and you're seeing with the big boy AR. Now, look at Roden's position. This could be nice. And they kind of equal things out, but Yassine's still making plays, and this is a shutdown, and now just one. Hobby had to do so much earlier, and he's got to do so much more. Fades away to hell, and he sends him right there.
That was fun.
Hoppy, boy, 7 HP, the readjustment. They did not anticipate him repositioning to hell. Picks up the perfect transfer. Tap on the first, readjust.
One enemy remaining. Clutch.
Oh. Beautiful, beautiful stuff from Hoppy. I thought Guild had it there.
Same.
Again, 2 players low HP. Yes, the Hunter's Fury comes through. Doesn't get a kill, but gets a tag. It makes it very doable for Guild.
Oh, 9-6. This is such a close game between these two. I've got to say, I'd say Guild overall have been showing off a little more, but as it stands, you know, the awakening of DFuse, who knows what happens. You know, Logan comes online, we start to get a little bit of that magic coming out for them. I would say Hoppy's normally a player I'm used to being, like, you know, putting on the pedestal, but if he carries on like that, hell yeah, throw him into the mix with the others. Takas, no subtlety towards middle, wants to work quick, and the door's still open. You're seeing in Leo becoming very aware of the possibility of some mid-pressure and a quick crunch towards B.
Yeah, don't like that challenge from Logan. You're seeing it a double down. Hoppy finally trades out. Well, tucked in spawn again. Expect him to play his life for the time being. Leo again from backside, just getting work done. Darken finds another. Roden will find Leo, but a 1v3 here. Safe cleans it up.
Nice work.
Again, yeah, just a weird challenge there from Logan. He breaks the wall. Again, you have to anticipate either somebody playing behind or on the wall or close enough to see you if you do push it. Again, just half a second off with this challenge. I mean, if Takas can swing at the same time, I like it, but the fact that Yassine's able to find 2, it kind of shows the mistiming.
You bang on, and maybe a cool mistake, maybe just a little bit of uncomfortable timing, but you're right, it can make a big difference. And maybe DFuse feeling a little rattled in this. Guild came in and they've looked pretty formidable. And it's not necessarily just the normal names. Of course, Leo had a great round here and there. We've had a couple of moments, but Yassine and Bonkar are the ones making the moves. You know, which I'm happy to see a bit of a flex from the rest, because I'm used to Safe and Leo being towards the top end, but seeing these guys come in and have a good performance, really good indicator. But when was the last time we saw Logan? A little underwhelming on this map. This was the one where we started going, who the hell is this guy? Now he's a bit quiet.
Oh, keep your eyes out. Gonna be a Yassine showstopper early round. Yeah, up for initially. Actually, no, it's just gonna be a full-on dry peek. The slow orb comes through. Akuma, some reason, charges through. Draken gonna find Takas now. But straight away, 5v3, and I mean, nothing invested into that.
This is lackluster from DFuse here. Bonkar tempted to swing, but, you know, there it is. Finds Logan. Or Hoppy. How do we see him pulling off the 1v4? Well, starts with the spike being planted. Now, here's the fun part. He's got all his goodies to work with. He gets nothing. Yassine kills him, and that's going to be 11 on the board for Guild. They are now just a couple of steps away from taking us to that map 3, which, if I'm not mistaken, is it Haven? Have I got that one right?
Yeah, sure.
Perfect.
Yeah,
no, I'm just checking my notes. I was like, wait.
Decider Haven,
okay,
yes.
so that's on the horizon now. This is starting to get there. The Fuse look flat. I'd like to see maybe a timeout for them to talk through some options and just kind of come up with a plan. Because
the Fuse don't.
Yeah, I was gonna say they don't. They
no, they don't.
I'm not. I just feel like they don't have anything. They look so flat in this, which I don't know if maybe they've just been worked out here a little.
5 ultimates here, and I mean, you could argue this is a must-win round for them. Oh man, actually a 3rd player in the mix for Guild. Got a little bit of presence on A. And there you go. That is that showstopper coming out. But Gamble's on the wrong side. Yassine actually to invest it for nothing. Actually, oh yeah, Akuma considering. Oh, the Aldo just spotted him out. So now actually, Akuma forced into a position where he has to challenge this. He doesn't have to use. He doesn't use the aftershock to clear Yassine, but Roden good for the trade. DFuse will force the issue here. Leo's got himself into hell. Will he get the angle to Takas? Here he does indeed. Yeah, Takas drifting a little too far. Bonkar still tucked in lobby. That's the spike down. 2 members left for DFuse now. Logan and Hoppy find themselves in a 2v3. Logan actually has the lockdown here. Now that could zone them away out of A main.
Player standing.
Hoppy's dead. This is done for. Logan's got too many angles to worry about. You pull that off, do you, Safe?
I love that.
Do you? Because I don't. I don't like risky plays like that. It works just fine.
I love it.
That's no. Play safe. Live up to your name. 12-6.
That's yeah. Looking at it, Akuma and Takas are going to struggle again. It's going to be Guardian. Takas, Akuma. I mean, he could get a light armor and a Guardian, but he's not going to have any flashes. Yeah, I don't know why he did. Like he had the aftershock. He could have cleaned Yassine out there with no risk, seemingly no risk at all. That's tough. I mean, still got 4 ultimates.
Okay, what do they do with this? DFuse look like they've been lost for an answer for a while. And they're going to have to try and come up with it in the last couple of minutes. Here we go. Investing the ultimate. See what they do with it now. Roden going to try and clear through. Still very aware of the possibility of a couple of players very close by, but they have given away the site for now. But here comes the Hunter's Fury. This could have been maybe a bit of a killing blow. Doesn't quite find as much as I'd imagine they'd have liked it to. And now this is looking... Wait, how did Safe just get that?
Actually, no, they're going to get boxed in here. The fault line comes through, but he's not able to solidify. Yassine finds 2. The second is beautiful with the recon ping. And right now, Guild straight away swings it back in their favor. Huge investment here for DFuse. Again, backs against the wall now. Logan's got to make a play.
And he's trying to, but he's got nothing. He's got nothing to work with. He gets 1, and it's now all down to Akuma. Guild on the verge of the victory, taking us to the 3rd. Akuma on the swing, and it's Bonkar to close. Guild gonna make it to 13 here, and I've got to say, all credit goes to Guild in this one. They came...
Have to see how they start this one out. Nobody over towards A lobby. Yeah, 3-man stack from DFuse. Logan actually going to slip out after dropping that alarm. But I know he was talking about that utility, but a quick C hit here. Actually going to split the way through. There's nobody to greet them on site, and they're going to get it for free.
Okay, spike down. No worries. Post plant begins. Let's look at that first step back in. Where they come from. Okay, Garage being the first kind of port of contact. Got Akuma trying to play back through towards more CT. Now... they've got nothing so far. There it is. Suddenly out of nowhere, they just pry safe out of the site. Nade towards the back box. Not bad, but no one really there. But it forced the fight on towards Leo, and suddenly DFuse burst back on. Bonkar left baffled by all of this, like, oh no, this is terrible. Okay, well, I don't really know what to do about this one. Does his best attempt, but this matters not. The DFuse came through. And DFuse, as a collective, came through. What the hell was that retake? It was like nothing, and then they just burst out.
I mean, that's the one real condition for DFuse to flip that around. Giving the site up for free means they invest no utility in trying to stop that. So they come back into a full clean 5v5 retake, and actually Guild, you know, invested a lot to get that control, right? Whether it be, you know, abilities on cooldown or whatever. DFuse just showing there. I mean, they stack up, the nade comes through, clears out a couple of key angles. Really, really clean retake from them.
Okay, bit of utility use early in this one. Look at the mad utility from Killjoy as well, just spread throughout middle. But this is going to be an A lean, at least to start with. Coming in.
Deploying drone.
For now, Bonkar. Clearing up sewer. Quite the job on his hands. Roden. Ambitious with this weapon, but he's going to get at least the information. But the site will be once again probably given over to to Guild at this point.
Shock dart.
Got the shock darts as well. First one going to go in, do a little bit of damage, not too much though. Safe, tagged up. Guild stabilized for the time being. Numbers advantage for DFuse in the retake. Safe, got to be the man to find a kill here, to be honest.
The hop out is bad. Down to Drak.
Oh, it's so
is
clean.
very clean. DFuse looking composed after a pretty shaky start to things. Now, Draken seemingly accepting fate. Dead now. Logan's found him, but let's talk about the kind of momentum swing here, because you're right. The thing you said about coming in after being able to take it to a map 3, the swing is completely in your favor, right? This is something that's completely in your favor now. But you lose that pistol. Suddenly, you're just a little bit baffled by things. All of that momentum just gets peeled away from you. So, for now, I think this is an equalizer. I feel like this is a little bit of an equalizer for both teams to kind of get them like, okay, game back on. Right, DFuse actually are a deadly side. Something went terribly wrong in map, 2, and they just looked lost. And we had an excellent look from Guild, but map 1 was a bit of a different affair. So, once again, this might be an even playing field now.
Satchel out.
Guild sat back very deep, and again, it really leans back on DFuse trying to convert this round, right? So expect them to play close contacts. Where we've got one deep in sewer, another out on sandbags, but again, you're going to find C site completely open. Do you have the Hunter's View? You can see Roden, if he can get into B site, he can potentially cancel this, but he's not going to invest it to deny the plant comes through. Draken actually finds a lot of space through spawn. Doesn't like what he sees, though. Going to back away. Once again, a 5v5 in the post plant here.
Unique way to play this. Now, the bonus for Safe is he's a wonderful clutch player, but he's actually lost out, and that's a gun now recovered and a little bit more potency to this play back in. You could see the way they lent through that. He kind of baited out the window would be a chance. He's going to peel breach away. Leo now has to keep track of that, but it is going to be through Garage at least for them now. Now, where's the playback coming in for Akuma? Okay, through CT, but Draken not really doing much about it. It's all going to be Guild locking this one down. Akuma tries to do the damage, but no. The weaponry falls short. This was the bonus round, and Guild make it through with 3 alive and the spike about to go off.
Okay, yeah, Safe can... He's gonna get dropped out a weapon. Bonka down at 1,000 credits. So we know DFuse is going to be buying back. Only really Rodent that's going to carry any sort of economy into this one of 1,300 credits. But Bonka down on the Bulldog.
Oh, chat was panicking. There was no predictions with the channel points, but don't worry, it's there now. Good work, mods. Shout out to you guys. And you get even a little look at it. You get a little glimpse. You're like, okay, pistols, got it, right? We've got a little idea now. You get a little start to things, but I think this is where the game actually starts, as weird as it sounds, is when they both have a full buy. It's kind of, everything else gets put in a box in my mind. MR12, of course, it's a little bit shorter than something like Counter-Strike, for example, but if anything, just adds more pressure. Now, speaking of pressure, Guild are taking their time here. No rush. No heavy investment towards either side. Takkas, considering this, well, the boombot comes his way, so he might have to show a little leg on that. Pop his back, and it kind of equals out any sort of instant pressure. No one's come through yet.
A very considered approach here from Guild. So, you know, tried to bounce that nade off to clear that angle, but again, this is what we see Guild do a lot, right? They show presence, they try and walk away from it. Now, there's nothing else to keep DFuse interested in holding on to A. They're able to just maintain this default. Again, 30 seconds now. Guild have to re-explore so much of the map. They have no control elsewhere.
His timing could be pretty... Oh no, he's just walked... I think that was a little messy. Falling for that late in the day hit, going, surely they're not in garage at 15 seconds. Why would they be? And now Draken's converted. It's Hoppy! That's a spike lost 6 seconds. They can do nothing about this now. They just have to live. Hoppy has saved the day. Draken can't plant anymore. Spike is lost. And so is the round for Guild.
And this is something we've talked about. I mean, if you're trying to sell a fake with 30 seconds left, you need somebody else to kind of counterbalance that pressure. You need somebody with a position to pick up information elsewhere. But it's a four-man fake with just one piece of utility, which is Yassine's nade. They haven't got the time to hit that rotate. They simply haven't. The round just concludes itself.
And that's even in mind with Akuma just kind of giving them a chance. Now, you know, misplays happen. Whatever, you read the timing wrong or you just go for a walkabout. And that was with an additional chance. Imagine he was still there, bought a bit of time. There'd been no presence coming through garage. Now, let's look at what Guild get up to this time. Expect patience. It looks like an earlier intention towards A this time. Intent being highlighted. Safe going to be kind of avoiding any bits and pieces, flinging down the alley. The peak. Nothing noted yet. Oh, Takkas? He's pushing this. Oh, he's caught in no man's land.
Yeah, the Aldon going to come out. Yeah, we can't really commit to either there. And this time around, Guild, they will try and follow up on this. Plenty of time left on the clock, so they'll be cautious on this approach. Hoppy will ult himself into heaven. We're actually going to get tagged up there on the cross. It was down to 20 HP.
Wait,
oh no.
Was that Spike?
Rodent actually does get the tag. Yeah, it was Spike. It's down on sight.
Okay, this suddenly becomes a problem. They have to bail in towards this one. They can't leave it to go to waste now. Safe. Oh, good work from Draken to find Hoppy. Spike going in, goes down. Okay, it's just Logan. That's one, but he took some damage. Now a 1v3 presented. Utility being thrown in, stunned up, backs away. Not much to play with here, and he's got so many unfavorable angles to work with. Smoke comes in. Less options presented, and I think he knows he's not getting anything from this now.
Yeah, Draken's still got the paranoia as well, so even if he finds Leo or Safe, Draken with the utility late on in this round, sure he can close it out, and Logan actually going to opt to save this one. I'm fine with that.
Where's the tool?
My bot.
Be hunted down either. But Guild this time around, I mean, that's fine, but the fact that they're exploring sewers and getting aggressive on it with like more than a minute left on the clock, I'm fine with that. It's when they do it and they're walking through and then it's 45 seconds left and then they go for a peek. If you lose that one peek, like, I mean, in my eyes, you still just try and take the 3v2, try and take the 3v1, whatever it is.
You got to do something. 2 to 3 now. What's left over is just Logan with that rifle. They've supplemented it a little with some sheriffs coming around. You've got Takas, Hoppy, and Roden. Stacks, no, but Logan is in the right sight at least. If they continue this way, keep in mind, they could always turn around and head the other side if Safe maybe gets a read. If they continue this way, maybe. He's kind of doubled up with his turret. That towards the corner now. This could be the problem. The drone does some work, and there he is. He's been spotted. So that's all for nothing. Now he should get checked on. He gets away with 1, but the trade's there. Pretty effective work from Guild going forward. Perfect take towards long, as we saw from the sky.
Spike planted.
Cinematic view.
This is your 6 PM news report coming to you live from the sky over towards C long.
Oh.
No. No.
Okay, Takas actually just hit that headshot on Draken. That was actually nuts, but
Still survives.
Guild will tie things up. I like that though. DFuse on the round where, you know, they have the scrappy purchase after leaving C open. They're kind of anticipating that Guild are going to say, right, their economy's bad. You know, let's take C and play the distance on it, but DFuse try and stack it. So I like that little switch up there, and both teams kind of anticipating each other perfectly.
Patience being shown, but once again, rinse and repeat, this time with Yassine kind of packing more of a punch, but Logan somehow takes... Logan just takes everything from them, ripping the heads off the shoulders. That's 3 back-to-back. Yeah, he'll die for it, but he just completely destroyed the entire team trying to walk up C long. Logan, he didn't get the chance last time. Maybe that just pissed him off a little bit more. Comes back in twice as hard, now Safe. You can pretend that you weren't spotted, but you definitely were. But these shots coming out are so sharp today, but it is just Drakenleft in a 1v3. No where to run and hide in this. I think he got spotted out, he did. Akuma found him real comfy on that.
Logan, man. I mean, what do you do when there's a guy like that in the server that can just literally single-handedly either shut a round down before it starts, or close out a 1v4 if he's the last man standing? It's been so insane the last few weeks, Logan.
And that's what surprised me on the last map, is that we didn't see that Logan, right? Like he was quiet, and that was probably one of the bigger maps.
I mean, he slacked big time.
Yeah, for sure. And it's like that was the big map that we saw him come alive on Ascent. That was the one where it was like, holy hell, this is a sick Killjoy coming out. You know, one of the probably most characterized in Europe as it stands. A little bit of a different look this round coming in, though, for the defensive side. We did see them kind of doubled up towards long before, kind of utilizing that cheeky corner that Omen was just in, but actually pushing further forward. Yassine's going to be tasked with keeping control of that. Oh, did he see? He did, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love this as well. Yeah, Taka's going to try and re-aggress on that. Oh, Yassine actually slipped away with the satchels.
Absolutely so slick from them. Backs away. Makes it out, but if you still hold territory, Akuma in towards middle, kind of playing around in those smokes, leaving in a 5v4 here. Trying to play up towards A at this point. You've got the double stack on short, I don't mind that. Hell, if there was a Killjoy on the attack, I'd be waiting to see one of those mollies come up and over the wall. I love these adaptations. But a 2-2 split to try and crunch towards this. It's going to be a filthy fight. I don't think they're going to clear both. And Hoppy, good for 1, didn't quite find 2. Now Takas, gonna focus on short. Roden's gonna be careful of the site. Takas finds Safe. There's Roden. Really nice work on the coordination between the two. Bonkar slips around, but gets met by force. DFuse, well controlled.
They're really, really nice. Again, there's that double stack on short. Like you said, it's unlikely they clear both, right? Or even just getting the one and being traded out. The big win for DFuse, because it makes Guild want to push in, right? Right there when Safe gets picked up on sewers, they know that they can play it more aggressively on site. Really good stuff. That readjusted a start there from Yassine. But again, the fact that Hoppy gets spotted and Takas is like, right, okay, yeah, instead of, you know, leaving you out on an island or backing away, he comes in, they try and re-aggress onto that to catch Guild. I think DFuse have got a really good read on exactly what Guild are trying to do in the early round now. Whereas on Ascent they didn't. They literally looked as if they didn't have a clue.
It's night and day. I'd still say this map looks quite nice for an attacking side. If you're both comfortable on it, I'd say attack keeps up really comfortably just because there's so much variety in it. Now Akuma's in such a good spot. Now last time I didn't like how he played through Garage. This time I'm keeping eyes on it. I wonder if he caught Raze dipping in towards a window itself, but he definitely saw the barrel on, I think it might have been Draken's gun maybe? I'm not 100% sure, but Yassine and Leo are the danger men, but Akuma double dips. He goes back in on the peak. Now Yassine's position gets noted. Akuma! Oh, he commits on the angle, finds Yassine. That is the rifles now filtering through to the next player. Safe picks up the mantle, but look at him. His vision just gets dimmed. He can't do too much, and now Rodon waits patiently, just cowering in the corner for the moment to strike. It is perfect. Safe can't do anything. Leo now, the next man, charged with doing some damage. He's done. Oh, mistakes being made and punishment being drawn out. Now Hoppy called upon to deliver in a 1v1. Leo using everything he has, and he clutches it out for the side.
Oh my word. These rounds are so close. So close. And I'm fine with that. At the point where Hoppy finds the kill, the return, I mean, he even turns for the flash there. Picks it up, makes it a 1v1. Draws out the Rolling Thunder, which again, on attack, unless Guild, unless they make a play around it, it's difficult to really find value on Haven in particular.
Got the spike.
With that ultimate, so not necessarily a huge win. DFuse to kind of draw that ultimate out, but there's actually DFuse going to swing all the way down C long. Information going to come over. Logan playing on site now. You see, managed to slip all the way through.
How?
Get traded out, and again, Logan.
Okay, it's like, okay, who's gonna do more damage this round, Leo or Logan? And I really don't know the answer to who, but now already the problems start to mount as a poor old Raze feeling very alone. Takas here gonna pop a little nade on the way out. That's not bad. Could do for buying some time, and they're actually going up towards heaven. How quickly does that internal clock tick to go? Right about then. Oh, it just looks away. The timing. Heartbreak for them. But Akuma. No way. No way did they expect him to do that. And now Leo put again in the 1v1 against Hoppy. We've seen this before. We might just see it again. Leo's got time, but no idea where Hoppy is. And they've just passed each other. They've just passed each other. Hoppy saw him. He saw just a pixel out of place, and he's going to slowly work through this. 34 seconds, though. Does Leo ever consider there's someone behind him?
Left.
He's looking towards long, sees nothing. Knife out, just makes it around the corner. Oh, it's time to run. You got 20 seconds. Where do you go here? Straight towards C. Oh my word, Leo.
But again though, Leo, a lot rides on his plant position here. What decision did he make? He has no idea.
The gamble from Hoppy, he's going through Garage. He thought it might have been B, he was trying to hedge his bets potentially, but now Leo gets to adjust, and now it's game on. Leo, it's going to be just surely on him. He's done it again.
Oh my god. Leo. Oh my god. Leo has come up huge for Guild today in a number of scenarios, but this round, I mean, you could play that out again 100 times. I don't think you'd see the same thing. Crossing paths, left, right, and center, the timing on every single one. I mean, even if Hoppy is half a second earlier on getting into sewers there, he catches Leo for free.
I am taken aback by this. Timeout comes in.
That's a round you do not want to watch back in world review. Where you're just like, oh my god,
a split second. Literally a split second between them. Unreal. Unreal stuff.
As much as I say that, I want to watch it back.
I know. Oh. Okay. We go again, 5-5. It's not a clear-cut game, though. Like, look at this. It's still 5-5. This is still very much game on for either team. If someone can maybe dig a little deeper, find some repetition. Guild have stabilized off the back of the few. Now, Takas takes out Draken, falls away. More info's been found. Needs to call for support, but you can see the playthrough Garage pretty predictable at this time. Surely that's going to be one. Actually, it's Akuma who wins that. The trade, though, does come out for Leo. That's the surprising part. And now they have to back away from middle. They've lost a lot here. Now the guns could be picked up. These are recoverable if they want to try and make the play, but you can see Guild already taking the vast majority towards A. Now, yes, okay, they've got vision on A long. That is Roden waiting. Fully geared up, everything he needs. He's got his ultimate. This could be big.
He's got both shock darts as well, so Guild decide to plant on default here. Yeah, actually,
Spike planted.
yeah, can't get too much damage on. Actually, will get decent damage. The second one's going to do an
2
awful lot
HP.
as well. You can see you're seeing down to 2 HP, and actually the lockdown invested here. DFuse want to go
Here
for
we go.
this.
Safe waiting though. He's found one. He's going to push for more. He finds more. That's 3. Safe from the shutdown, and now it's just Roden. What can you do to try and pull these players out of place? Nothing. You're going to get shot in this. No, you're not going to get shot in the side of the head. You could have 1v1. The time is ticking though. And Leo, the man made of just ice cold in his veins. There's no way you're getting past him. He shuts down the round. But again, these get so close between these two.
Last round before the switch.
This is a crazy, crazy game. This was so good. The fault line is perfect as well. Look at it. I'm pretty sure Logan and Hoppy were both caught on that fault line. That was absolutely beautiful. Leo setting up his teammates to clear through and completely negate the lockdown. A massive investment from DFuse to try and turn the tides in that round.
This game is nuts between these two. And Yassine now takes quick territory towards Garage, going to continue forward. This looks like a set piece to maybe set Logan into motion, and that's done just that. Great work from him, but he commits to this. Oh, Logan's so ballsy. He couldn't quite convert towards safe. He was desperately trying. You can see that focus trying to pull it back in, but still a 4v3 to work with now.
Yep, safe invests the neural theft. Aren't coming in onto C. Not an awful lot in terms of utility for Guild here. Roden actually going to pop through the Hunter's Fury, but the plant's already come through. Does he get the second tag? He does indeed. Will get that one out. It's just one left. Akuma cleans it up. DFuse will tie it up for this half, and that's a big win, to be honest with you. The way Guild played through that, I almost feel like they deserved the lead coming into the second half, but effectively a reset.
Switching sides.
This has been a sick game so far. Like, I haven't seen this many, like, clutches or, like, crazy plays. And you're like, oh my god, you're so biased. You said, like, Leo's one of your favorite players. Do you blame me? Like, I'm pretty sure I predicted DFuse to win, but can you blame me for enjoying Leo playing and then throw in that you might get, like, a mad safe round in there as well? Like, they're exciting to watch. Oh. And then we've had the Hoppy clutch. We've had Logan, like, just dominating people. 6-6. What's your prediction, by the way? Did you go for DFuse? I actually don't remember now.
I don't want to talk about it.
I don't remember. Maybe I don't know who I vote for, because honestly,
It was DFuse. It was DFuse, but I feel like Guild are
yeah,
now
I
going
don't
to
know.
win.
I'm not gonna.
Don't tell chat. Don't tell
Look,
chat.
someday people will realize we don't really care about the predictions that much. They're actually worthless. But we won't say that, of course. That's
I
no.
would never dream of it.
No. Gas? Look on this much space. No one can see him back here. Now, luckily, the timing's just right. The race to come back around. Yassine keeps track on it.
I love this though.
Ooh.
Okay. It's not often you see a classic wallbang, but there's one for you. And actually, straight away, I mean, Takas was the diversion there. He was the distraction.
Plant the spike.
Because this Spike was over in A lobby the entire time.
Okay, Spike.
Oh, the shock dart going to do so much
That's
damage as
chunky.
well.
Akuma now has to kind of consider what to do with this. The Bon cart getting ready to facilitate this retake already. You can see first contact towards CT. Logan happy for the fight. Turret's there, that's going to give away a little bit of the game, but the nades
The
are
nade's so
sublime.
good. The
Yassine, so well prepared. Now here we go, 3v2. Roden and Hoppy try and hold on. The DFuse is, of course, in their favor, but Yassine's sitting this. He wants half. He wants half for a maybe. A body. No one's there to challenge. What is this plant? Oh, no, what a fumble.
Guess they didn't anticipate the DFuse.
I'm leaving you with that. I can't.
Dude, how many times in this series, seriously, like, And again, that there is just a slip up with the plant position. He has to readjust because of the shock darts, but
sitting in your post plant still, though, in that situation,
exactly. You can't sit in the post plant. You have to reaggress. You have to. If you haven't got the ability to watch the spike, you have no choice.
Hello? 1, 2, 3, counting with Draken. What is going on today? There's something in the water and Draken is just drowning in it.
Oh my god.
This game is insane between these two.
Yeah, and they're going to have a clear, well, flawless approach to their bonus again. This is the spot. This is like the stars align, and you're just like, there's one weapon you want here, especially when nobody has any armor.
Ooh.
It's the Marshall, and you're on top. You're on top of default on C site on Haven.
Must be nice. Must be nice. 8-6. Guild have got the beginning they want. Here is the bonus round, though, where things can get a little bit different. Where the hell did Yassine just get that from?
Oh my god.
Squeeze me?
Confidence-wise, I can't help but feel Guild are going to start running away with this. Sorry. Safe will find one. Again, though, numbers advantage still. Draken could find another one. Low HP on Akuma, but that's just a slip away.
Akuma, Logan, Roden. They've got the better weaponry, but they're down the numbers. Spike's coming in safely. Gonna look for any interesting post plants, maybe around the world. For Roden? There's a little bit of utility. Leo's got plenty to play back in with. This is where things get a bit dicey now. Even with these guns out, Logan's gonna be called upon to deliver, I'd say at least 2.
That's done. One enemy remaining.
Who finds one Akuma will double dip as well. Actually finds Leo also. It's just Draken remaining. He'll upgrade to the Vandal and he's gonna try and save this through. Maybe get a little more damage.
Oh.
No.
Yeah, I guess just save it out. Part of me feels like Draken, if he'd sped up a little bit, it could have maybe made something out of that, but I guess not. I don't even mean with like the rifle, but even just kind of working through garage a little bit quicker, but I guess he was kind of stuck down on, I think he had the frenzy at one point, trying to work back in with that Marshall, but still. Bonus round, not achieved, kind of more standard, that's fine, but there was a fair bit of damage. There was, I think, was it 2 alive or 3? I think it was 2 from the previous round.
Yeah, I can't remember. I don't want to lie to you, so.
Got it.
But look at it, I mean, coming back in. Decent progress on both sides, ultimate-wise.
Boss B.
Yeah, speaking of ultimates, yeah, look at this. The Rolling Thunder immediately invested. To get themselves in very early on, but Leo perfectly times that one. Quickly traded out.
And Logan just turreting around. Doesn't even need the turret to do it, just the gun at his side. And pushes a little further on here. Safe's gonna hear a fair crack of this and actually works on that. Great work. Now double dipping. Oh, that's perfect play from Safe. Brings us right back in the hands. And now a 2v2. Spike with the Omen. That's gonna be Hoppy trying to get across towards site. No immediate threat. Back towards long. They've lost so much track of where players are in this because it's been such a mayhem-based round.
Planted.
Now Spike planted, what does he do with this? Try and maybe progress towards CT, but it's just seen to find Akuma, and now it's just Hoppy. Left in the 1v2, he might get some work towards his smoke. I wonder if it's been noted. He's found Bunker. He's got to move, though. He knows that there's a rocket with his name on it, and this could be big. Does he catch him with it? I'm not sure, but Hoppy... Timing is everything. He's going to work back through. What's up the defuse? He's seen it all! Hoppy with the clutch to get that scoreline back all even.
I love that. Hoppy anticipating. Obviously, the showstopper gets popped. He has to regress onto the steps towards spawn. Does just that. And you can see even Yassine readjusted. He's expecting to have forced Hoppy all the way into garage window. Showstopper maybe should have been invested onto the stairs. Nonetheless, Fuse will tie things up here. 2 Buckies, a Vandal, a Frenzy, and a Sheriff. A Guild coming into this round. Draken, actually, they're going to find an early kill here. Going a man with a rifle, so that's pretty huge for Guild early on.
Yeah, that is big impact being done. Even one with the spikers as well. That's still going to be kind of in charge of... Oh, not Hoppy. No one's picked up the spike. They're interested what they plan to do with this. Kind of on Hoppy to become a huge problem, and I guess that's fine. Who needs a spike when you can just get all the kills, I guess?
And this is when it gets scary for Guild. I mean, if DFuse are the one to switch up the pace and they can play off this momentum, I mean, they're finding first bloods and they're instantly closing the distance. Back in on Guild's buy round now. We'll take a little look at the economy once they do finish up with the buy.
And this was just terrifying to me that the spike's still left back at the back of window.
Yeah.
And fortunately, the Hoppy just pops off because as I said, if Guild managed to kind of get control of the pace there, kind of just chilled out a little bit, just put the brakes on it. Obviously, they have lesser weapons, so they're trying to make anything happen that they can. That's completely understandable. But DFuse getting away with it then, I think is the best thing to say about it. I don't love seeing that.
Yeah, but the big difference being that's not a 30-second
Correct.
hit for DFuse, right? They have the time if they need to readjust. If you know, if it turns absolutely disastrous from that round, then it's not lost, right? The difference being on the side of Guild, where we have seen them do things like that. It's desperation plays, it's audible calls, and yes, it's looked a little better on Ascent a few times where they're able to kind of bait that out from DFuse, but that's the big difference. DFuse not afraid to do it, just full force in the early round.
Now, last time, DFuse lost a player to the kind of madness of Draken just on that peak towards C long. Now they've kind of tripled down on it. Rather than just one, you've now got 3 down here. Rodent gets himself ready for his ult. That's another element to add to the fray for DFuse.
So looking at it, Lockdown and Hunter's Fury. Obviously, Bonkar has his Hunter's Fury. The other side of that, the cancel, and DFuse actually making their way back over towards A lobby. I know you heard it.
Taking control. Force the rotation. Now I'm going to keep my eyes on Raze and on Killjoy because this is a very obvious show towards A. There's no subtlety to it. I'm wondering if they're going to double back around potentially. I don't think B, but potentially C. If Tarkas gets some room here, we're going to come down to Draken on the back.
30 seconds
And the support
left.
from Safe. This is a late round hit. This has pulled the rotations in the right place, very committed towards A, but here we go. Draken and Safe, how much can you control? A little too late on it. Draken goes down. Tarkas is there, now Safe. Oh, we didn't expect the push to come out. The commitment in
overwhelmed.
the end just smothered with players.
Spike planted.
Hey, you've seen a Leo have to back away. Try and cling on to these weapons for dear life. Again, the hit came through so fast here. No surprises to see them sit this far back and hold on to the weapons. It's completely overwhelmed. The speed of that hit. I mean, the Guild don't even get an opportunity. That Draken caught with his pants down. To be honest with you, paranoia in hand. Takas charges him down.
It's a fine balance. It could have been great. It was a second or two's difference, but close round now clearly favoring. You can see them trying to hunt down these rifles as well. If they can get these gone, start working on that money. Okay, here we go. You're seeing not getting out of there. Akuma grabs him and just drags him to the ground. Leo, a couple more seconds to survive. No one finds him, so you get to keep one rifle, and that's about it.
Now, again, this scoreline, it's worrying to see a purchase like this come out because DFuse aren't really investing much here. And yes, it's effectively an eco round for Guild, Phantom aside. But I mean, if you look at it, if they come out with the win here, Takas, Akuma, Hoppy, the only ones without ultimates. If they win this out, they go to 11. They have full ultimates. You're seeing actually going to walk all the way into window. He's actually spotted out there, Logan. anticipating such a thing. A site completely wide open right now, and Hoppy spamming these shots through has actually dragged everybody from Guild towards this side of the map. Only person not there, as you've seen in mid.
Timing. Draken, there it is.
Oh.
Third time's a charm.
Thank God. Thank God.
But this, if anything, spurs on the hit. Takas straight in now. Might just send this down towards CT. He does. He doesn't quite find a target, though. That's a problem. Now he's got the sight, but he needs the rest of the team to get there. One's already slipped through the net, though. Finds that. Takes down Leo, the adjustment. That's so well done by Takas.
Wow. That's literally just off the back of one ultimate. I think he threw it through to stairs there. I'm not sure how much damage it actually did. Look at it here. Yeah, your scene was super low. That's the only thing he took damage from there. Now that's worrying. Again, coming back to it, Akuma now 1 away from the Rolling Thunder. They're not going to make a play for an orb early on. They have a few times for this C-Long orb. Bonka just been holding on to this Hunter's Fury, just anticipating the lockdown, I think. Not really had an opportunity to use it, but DFuse now on the brink of putting themselves on series point here on map 3.
Boombox will lead the way. Scene waiting on the other side, forced away by the Pain Shell, but safe. Still gets away with a fight. He's fancying it. Gun barrel noted, that's one. He gets the one, but Logan did find his scene. He needs the second, he gets the second. That's the value of safe coming in. Good for 2, and information now relayed. Pressure mounting towards A. Now they can't deny the plant, I feel, but that retake's gonna be sketchy.
Shock Dart gonna catch Draken to 73 HP in heaven. Tap this one out. We're gonna Bonka opted not to, and Leo gonna find a kill elsewhere. DFuse down to 2 now. This is big win for Guild if they can turn this one around.
Does have his ult, so if that gets pulled into play, maybe something. No, Draken's taken down, and it's just Hoppy now in a 1v3. Everything to do. Position noted. Look at these various angles to play with, trying to make something out of this. It feels like a matter of time. There's the drop. There's one. Gets off the spike. There's a second. Safe with the save. The 2 early on, and now this to shut down the round. 9 for Guild.
Spike diffused.
Good. Puts the stops on DFuse for the time being, but again, Takas already close. That ult, once again, was he 3 away? 3 away from the showstopper. Everything else online, and look at the economy for DFuse. Sitting so pretty right now. They rode in the lowest at 27, but everybody else over 4,400. Now, things are a little more fragile on the side of Guild. They can't keep trading rounds back and forth like this. Score aside, I mean, they need to get this victory clean as well if they want to keep that buffer if DFuse go to map point.
Rinse and repeat, Takas. Not this time. Look at the stack towards that C sort of garage area. Rodin's got a target-rich environment but can't find much for it. The trade-out happens towards garage, and maybe an indicator of how light it is on the other side of the map. It's just Bonka here, and that's it.
There's a Bulldog as well. Needs to get something. We'll find a headshot, but it's not going to... Actually, it does. It takes Hoppy down to 35. He can back away. I like this. Try and play safe. He's got his shock darts. He's got his Hunter's Fury. He's still got the Owl Drone.
You should run.
The player's life with his utility here. Lockdown comes through. Bonka second guessing. Using the Hunter's Fury, actually, and force them away. The paint shells late on is going to make sure they can't get the spike down under that lockdown blanket. Draken finds Akuma.
3v3 now. Hoppy's still alive and well. Yassine finding Logan means that Yassine can now pop that. Get on in. And there it is. Guild are unrelenting in this now. They are taking this as far as they can do. That was a sketchy retake as well, but they managed to pull it off. And now they get to double digits themselves. Their money probably still not perfect, but it will be enough to fashion something together. I want to see the economy now between these two.
Yeah, Draken safe, 3,200 each. I mean, you're seeing... yeah, he's got to sell something out. I mean, it's satchels, so it's... Let's have a look at it once it settles down a little bit. Bonka actually going to come back in with the Bulldog, so... Again, though, if DFuse make this costly, it still leans in their favor. mean, look at the economy: 1,000, 300, 2,500. Everybody's sitting pretty at DFuse. They can take another one of these rounds.
Go again. DFuse, how much do you want this? How far can you take this in your scene? Now, last time... Oh, the intuition. No. Those alarm bells are going off. Okay, what's going on here? But they pushed through on garage door as well. This is very... Logan! How did he just snap to that? But DFuse take the site with Takas leading the fray, and the flanks being held, but only for now. Draken breaks back in. Logan's dead and the flank's open. You're going to see Hoppy now have to turn attention towards that way. Dipping out with the spike, can't plant right now. Takas goes down to the ult. Bonker's found it. Draken's found the flank. And this is all falling to pieces for DFuse. There's still life left in Guild, and they are unrelenting in how they're holding on. Just Roden alive and caught in a trap. Leo takes him down. We're all even.
What a swing. A massive investment, though. Finally, Bonkar using Hunter's Fury after the lockdown in the previous. What a swing back from Guild. Again, so much space is bought by the Showstopper and the Rolling Thunder onto C. And you know what? Actually, again, it must suck to come back and watch this from a top-down view, because you've seen drifting all the way down the middle. A was completely open there. Giving it up for retake.
I have to say, and I don't like highlighting performances being poor, but Bonkar needs a little more, I feel, at this point. 4 to 18, not quite enough for me. Just needs to elevate a little bit here. Again, you're seeing Leo safe, Draken, everyone's fine. Draken's having a good performance. It doesn't have to be huge. I think double digits at this point is a fair ask. Takas struggling a little bit as well, but you can see the space Takas is trying to take, whether it be just opening himself up for a trade or just putting himself in harm's way. Again, I don't necessarily mind it so much. For now, though, Guild even things up at 11-11, even with Bonkar not having the best of days. It's still working okay, but you're seeing, taking that peek towards long, how much did he find? Akuma has been split apart here. He's a little ahead from the others. Hoppy gets sent back packing, but now, already you're seeing on the swing, Akuma's found him, and now DFuse have a step in the right direction, but Leo, great work from him. Comes out with the trade, effective, but now going to be trying cornered off here. But are they going to fully commit to this?
They're trying to dig Leo out, but he's dug in. We'll find another one as well. Logan falls here. Can he get another? He will. 3 on the round. Roden falls as well. The fast comes through. It's going to be huge here if he tries to swing back out. And this he does the 4th. He got readjust. Can he get the 8th? It's the 8th for Leo. What a legend. What an actual legend.
Match point.
When it matters most, I swear this guy just has like another gear to go to. I don't know where he gets it out from, I don't know where he pulls it from, but every time they call upon him, that was sick, and he knows the second's there, takes a bit of the damage. While that's happening, knows that there could be pressure on long, no worries, that's the spike.
Down A.
Back towards site, and look at the way that they didn't have the timing on the hip right. He uses the utility so well, so blind.
Anyone else want to try?
That's actually beautiful. Guild straight away though. Gonna try and flex down C long, a completely different look once again. And Bonkar in position to stop this garage split coming through as well. Actually, Rolling Thunder gets sent through. They want to clear out garage there. Guild really feeling themselves now.
I hope we can fix this UI, because this is really frustrating. There we go. Okay, we're back on now. Let's have a look at what we've got left. This is what it all comes down to. Guild either win now or we go OT. But Roden's got other matters to say about it. Trade comes in. It's Leo once again. Yassine finds another. This is sick work from Guild. A 4v3 out of nowhere. And let's look at what we've got. Roden, Logan, and Hoppy. It looks like all eyes towards A. Roden in a trap himself, caught. Draken's taking him down, and the adjustment back towards the side, buying more time for rotations. Hoppy tries to lean in. He spots one in heaven. He gets sent to hell, and now just Logan left alive in a 1v4. 40 seconds, and the team's life on the line. Guild bringing it back from nowhere. But Logan has been an absolute god, but this would need something unbelievable. He knows Heaven's a threat. He's trying to toy with it, and Yassine says no. Guild win it out.